We're re-rolling new characters. Everybody died in the fight.
Real quick.
Oh, you didn't even start with that deal?
No.
Nothing.
No.
Start.
He just.
Marco fucked up. The group
Everybody
walked towards the shore to see the ship. They saw a ship. They saw a couple of like cracked crates and boxes around. You know, so there was big furrows and lots of feet in the ground. They saw the ship's there and it's got lots of birds flying above it. Go. Well, they were very stealthy.
Alright.
Azul was not very still.
Kind of makes us realise how little we did in the last half an hour.
Yeah, that's why I said this is fine.
It's been half an hour already.
Yeah. So, can I just burn the thing?
Okay, so you guys
We gotta get
quite comfortably and confidently stealth towards the shore. It takes you a little while because you're being careful.
Can I make a perception or look? Can I look while we're going to make sure that no lizards or anything are close or guarding the ship while we're going toward it?
I mean, I think we all are looking on, but whatever.
No, you gotta say it.
My guy's in the back, so I don't know.
I'm real stealthy.
The
I'm trying to
sand
look
is
like
really
this.
beautiful. It's nice between your toes.
Oh, okay.
You're focusing on being completely invisible.
So we get to the water at least. Can we see better?
Actually, before that,
Oh shit.
you crest the next dune so that you can actually see as it goes. It's the last dune before it goes onto the long beach. And in front of you is just what seems to be some kind of slaughter. The ground is just covered in dead bodies. There is a number of crates that are just smashed open. A couple of those crates are just, it seems to be that just the ground is like filled, like covered in like some kind of like scraps, like leather scraps or something. A couple of the crates that have been smashed open have like bandages, wood, materials like wool, all across, like strewn all over the area, and it just looks like there's a lizard man arm over there, the head over there, a bit of a body over here, and then the front part of the ship is heavily smashed in, like something impacted it super hard, and yeah, you don't see much other than just like body parts and mess and
But it looks
sand
like
has
just
been thrown
lizard?
everywhere. Make a quick perception check to see.
And y'all know that these lizard men can
16.
breathe underwater?
Yeah, you probably have like
Yeah.
experienced lizard people before, and you do know that they can spend time underwater. Yeah.
They've been a long time beforehand.
From what you can see, it's only lizard men that you notice.
Okay. Quagga,
He's like,
do you see something of your people?
I'd have to get a closer look, but this does not seem like an orc attack.
Are we close enough to the ship so we can see the sails and stuff?
You can see the ship. It seems pretty intact. It's just the front, the part that's like beached onto the beach. It has been like smashed, like a large chunk of it's been sort of smashed out. You can
Oh,
see,
this is the one ship that
right,
we saw.
the one
it's
ship.
just washed up. It's like beached.
Well, it's not. It's beached. They've like it's the same as that slave ship before. It's like they like ram it up onto the shore and then they push it back out once it's done. And they're pretty primitive, so it's not like doesn't look like a galleon. It looks more like a huge junk boat,
But it's
basically.
been busted open.
The front part of the ship's just been heavily damaged, and the birds you see are just like pecking at corpses and spiraling all around, like from far up. And there's hundreds and hundreds of seagulls and gannets and small birds like pecking it through all these corpses that are on the ground.
So, do you think this could be, they said they were losing control of the serpents.
Do you think that's the case?
I think it's part of the case, but I think that, I'm sorry to say this again, I think that some of them are still in the village or in the mines, getting what they need and then swimming out. They don't have a ship here anymore. This ship is too damaged to really go anywhere.
Yeah.
Swimming out where?
To wherever they need to go.
That'd be a long swim.
They're lizard men.
We don't know.
I can live underwater. They probably can live underwater.
But can you bring all the valuables as well?
They can bring whatever valuable they're coming for. So he probably missed our lead.
We don't know if they're going for something big or small. He's got a point.
I would apologize again because I would figure that they were coming to a ship to get away. It makes this very complicated.
We head down the
I
beach
mean,
and scout.
For all we know, this could not be their escape ship. This island is fairly big.
And I just know the only reason I want to go to the cave, because like Carter guy said, and his father, is other ways out through the caves. Other ways in and out. So that's why I said the caves, because if they attacked the other place and knew exactly where to go, then probably they knew exactly, oh, caves. Hit the caves, leave from the caves.
Possibly. I just wondered if we were already here and close to the beach, it's smart of us to take the 10-15 minutes to get here
Well,
before taking another hour or so to go the other way. It's the only thing. Do we want to search this beach or do we want to leave that?
Carlisle, do you know a way around to the other entrance from the back entrance to the caves that's closer to where we are?
We don't know what side of the island.
Yeah, he says the caves are connected to the northern part of the city. It is maybe a few hours walk from here. There is only one or two entrances that I know which are used for mining operations, though there are a number of deep sea entrances that we have trapped and blocked, as we have in the past had some large serpents or giant octopus make their homes in the cave, so we generally keep them locked off, barred, blocked. It would be very difficult to break through those areas. So if they entered and left the caves, it would have likely small, puny lizard men like this would never be able to make it through those. They would have been near the city, I think, in and out near the city.
But do you think they could have one of the worms break the barriers?
It's possible.
I think they are going through the water now. I think that whatever happened up front with this ship, they noticed that they can't just go on land, and that was a distraction like they did at the other place that we were. I think they used this as a distraction. They lost control of the worms. This happened, and they went down low.
We do not know if it was the worms that did so.
Alright, well, we don't have
I'm
all day to
guessing-
sit around and
I'm
talk.
guessing
Yes.
because all these scales.
I think it's time that we make a plan to go now.
Let's go. Wherever y'all want to go.
Going back to the mines.
Mines of the city, your choice.
The city, his people are already going to. So I
go
think
to
we
the
need to go to the
mines.
mines.
Well, my father will secure both the city and mines. The mines are connected to the city. They will already be there at this point. If there is lizard men at the mines, then
Where
we
was
will
that
have
smokestack?
either fought them or driven them off at this point.
Do we think anything's on the ship that we need to secure before we go anywhere?
Let's check the ship.
Sure.
Alright.
Alright.
Stealth
Okay.
into the ship? Or
Okay.
going down, stealth into the ship?
Yeah, quickly roll another stealth check. Please, somebody.
Oh, mine is 15. I forgot.
8.
I was feeling cocky after last time. 7.
3.
Okay, so you less stealthily head towards the ship, but you know the circling, cawing noise, like the massive amount of noise of seabirds and like birds of prey around you masks most of what you're trying to do anyway, because it would be that's pretty much all you would be able to hear or see if you were anywhere near this
Bridget's
area.
walking.
And as you're walking through, you just see body parts of lizard men around. You see, like I said, like smashed crates. A number of the crates have like spilled out some kind of vials as well with some blue liquid in of some kind. Most of them are smashed and on the floor, and then the liquid is seeped into the sand. There's a number of crates that aren't smashed up that are lying around that just have been tossed to the side. And actually the ship has like 10 or 20 crates already on it. It seems that they were loading crates to the ship. And then again, most of that front end of the ship is strewn with dead lizard men, or parts of dead lizard men around the area. At least as you walk up to it. You can just go. You could technically just walk into the ship through the smashed hole in the front, if you would like to.
Yep.
Yeah. Just walk on.
Wait. Can the ship sail? Do you feel like it could? Does the
Now with these big hole in front of it,
Shit, we don't need to destroy
it
anything.
wouldn't
then.
catch water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we
Still
walk
walking.
Yeah. So you walk into the ship itself. As you come into the ship, there is a number of more intact lizard men corpses at the far end of the ship, like propped up against the like sort of sitting against the back of the ship.
Is
The
this
ship
a-
is
this
pretty
is-
long. It's a pretty big ship.
But they're dead.
Wow.
You don't know.
I really want
Well,
weapons.
They're probably
it's a-
about, they're probably about 60 feet away. The ship's probably about 100 feet. This is a big ass ship.
Do I notice any movement on the
200
lizard?
feet.
If they're like breathing or like moving around a
You
little
can
bit?
roll a quick perception check.
11.
Not that you can see. You don't see any like chest movement or anything like that. And you do notice that a number of them have pretty heavy like gashes and wounds on their bodies.
I'm ready my weapon.
I still do too. I'm ready my weapon in case something tries to grab me.
Same thing with Thor's whip.
Maybe they have the item that they had last time.
I don't know. All I know is whatever they trying to find, they try to find something that is
I
out
think
there.
we're wasting our time on the ship right now. I think we need to just head back.
And back where?
I mean, I understand Kakao is confident in his father's like taking control of the city, but we don't know what they brought.
But what if we miss something that is right here? That's the only thing I'm worried about.
Can I?
Yeah,
I think
let's-
it would be
Are we
already
sure?
gone.
Yeah.
They wouldn't
Are there any
leave
crates
anything.
nearby or something nearby?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's actually quite a few crates around.
Okay, I'll investigate some of the crates nearby to see what else have they been
I
taking.
don't think there's anything valuable on the ship. If this kind of war
14.
happened right here in front of the ship, whatever was valuable,
So you,
was
like,
taken already.
Pull
To
the
be
top off the
honest,
crate,
I'm sorry to be rude.
and it's filled with like
There's more fish. People
like, dried meats.
Breathe on water. I wouldn't say it was just in the water to where that open
Oh.
cave.
Just found a bunch of dried meats. I don't know. Maybe they were stocking up for something.
I mean, dried meat is food.
Yeah.
Making eating
I'm still looking at those bodies and they haven't moved or nothing.
could just be they were trying to keep the
you
worm
know,
fed.
as far as you're aware now.
120 feet, shoot at one of the bodies.
Alright, roll a quick attack roll.
Natural 18. So.
You just blast the body and it just.
Alright then. Well, at least we know he's dead. Let's
Okay.
have a ransack
So-
these and
so-
not waste time then.
So my thing is, I think we shouldn't go straight to them. If anybody can breathe underwater or anybody have a spell
So
that
you
you can breathe
two. Well, I
underwater,
can hold my breath.
I was thinking to swim down to the other entrance and go through the caves that way.
But that is an hour, 2 hour swim.
Don't those
Because they are deep entrances. The cave is maybe a mile down. The deep sea entrance maybe a mile and a half down.
Yes,
The pressure alone would kill most people.
Alright.
so let's hurry up and ransack these. Let's go through. And we just, I guess, I go to the first door I can see.
We're just going to investigate the whole ship.
yeah.
Roll just a general perception check.
See what the hell is going on here. Not trying to take too long.
Investigation, right?
Yeah.
Natural 20.
9.
17.
6.
7.
Okay, so 17.
Holy
You find like a chest, like a small chest at the top that is filled with around 600 gold, just coins and things like that as you open it up.
Eat.
And then you find, so you sort of rummaging around and you notice that one of the lizard men seems to be wearing more armor than the others, and you rummage through and you find like a piece of parchment, like it seems to be like like leather or skin or something that has like strange scrawling all over it. Yeah, that's all you know from that. You don't speak lizard man, right? Or,
No, I do
Does anyone speak lizard man already?
No.
not. We have somebody who can cast a spell to read it.
Kogal.
Oh, right.
Not right now.
No.
Boy, you have to
right
show
now.
it to
Gal
me.
says no, I do not speak lizard man.
You have to
So-
show it.
Traveled.
Caves or
Just
city?
because I am green.
Y'all
they are
choose.
blue.
I chose the wrong way.
Yes, exactly.
Caves or city? Y'all choose. I chose the wrong way. Figuring that we will stop them on the descent out.
Kogal says, well, my father chose this direction for us. We are here at his bequest. So we have confirmed that the lizard men have not escaped. I would like to understand what has happened here and what has happened to them before reporting back to my father, if possible.
I agree. We should
I
probably
do
investigate.
not like bringing my father no information. He can be a strong-willed man.
And we kind of did a real quick search of the whole boat,
Uh-huh.
or we just did it where.
Yeah, you searched pretty thoroughly
Yeah.
through. I mean, unless you want to pick up their shitty weaponry
Nope.
that these shitty lizard men
Nope.
have. You've got this parchment. You got like a big
I mean,
crate
We
of gold.
And we already looked outside, and there was nothing really there to say anything.
could just throw it in the back of
Can we-
the hold and sell it all.
Can we look around? All right. So when I go outside, can we get like? For me, being on the sea a lot and hearing stories about sea serpents and stuff like that, would I get any sense of what could have damaged the ship that bad?
And yeah, for me,
I mean, you do know that there is a number of large sea creatures that would have no problem doing that damage
Okay.
to a ship, especially one as shittily built as this ship.
If I decided to precise all the weapons, if I could just start throwing them in the back of holdings, how many like weapons would you allow for me to put in the notes that I have?
Would you help?
Like how many weapons would you say be around? Like, and I guess in our vicinity,
Oh, I
I'm
see.
start throwing them all in the back holdings.
Yes, that's what I just
Let
said.
me do.
I know, I just had that in mind. I was just waiting for them to get done talking.
There is 97 random weapons and
Yes.
shields.
All right,
All right.
97.
97.
Wait, we're gonna collect all of them?
Yeah, we're just getting.
He's just throwing
That could
them
be
in.
It
scrap.
can
probably
hold
takes
500
you,
pounds.
It would take you.
It'll take us a while.
It would probably take you a couple of hours to throw 97 in. How long do you want to spend doing
We're
it?
sitting here walking around.
Even with all of us doing it.
Are all of you going to be doing it?
I'll help him because that was.
I'm trying to look outside to see if I see anything so we can
It
leave.
would take you maybe an hour and a bit.
I'll
to do
join in.
all of them.
Let's say about half of them. How long did it take?
Okay, about half an hour.
About half an hour.
Is that with Fantasia?
Do you want to just
help?
start doing it?
Yeah,
When they decide.
I guess while they
Alright.
decide what they're
You're
doing,
just
yeah.
starting to like go around and pick up
Yeah.
items and random bits and then like are you just going for like anything that's metal?
Just anything there. Any weapon, shield, like swords,
What if it's like a wooden shield?
wooden shield? Nah, fuck that.
So if it's like metal
Like
weapons.
anything metal, yeah, anything metal
Yeah,
or
so
iron.
in the time you probably get about 30 or so like
Okay, that's what
crappy metal swords. There's some iron or something, or like iron-ish. They're mostly rusty, but it's still metal.
And so I'm looking around, I guess, trying to see if I see any marks, like any direction that people might have went from here.
Okay, roll a survival check.
Nope. Natural 4 plus 1. 5.
5.
Oh, got my 5.
Yeah, I mean, the sand directly around the ship is super churned up.
Yeah.
You can't really see anything, and you're a bit nervous to go too far, so you're not really looking past the churned area at the moment.
On the swamp beach line, is there any like clearing or obvious direction someone would like prefer to go to rather than like through the thick swamp?
You mean if you were to walk out, which direction would you go? I mean, the safest route for you seems to be along the beach. If you wanted to walk back, or back exactly the way you came, you know that the swamp, you've been through the swamp, so whilst it doesn't look very nice, you know that it's not particularly dangerous. There was some small crocodiles and things that you saw, but nothing that was any kind of danger to you. You did notice that in the north, the water is definitely like knee to waist height, and definitely is a slightly different color. And you know, like off in the distance, you can see that there's like these mangrove trees that seem to start growing further out.
Where's the? Did we head towards the original smoke?
Yeah, that was the.
Well, the
fire
smoke was
was.
coming from the city, but as you walked out, you saw the smoke from like a campfire, which drew you to where these lizard men were sorting out these boxes.
So, wait, do you need me to read that, what you found? The lizard thing?
We can do it another time.
I mean, we're just searching around the ship.
Yeah, I mean, if you've got a bit of time, you can cut. If you can just
Yeah,
you can
I
comprehend
can
language
literally
and immediately
just-
read it.
Yes.
Oh,
That's why I was
Can I
asking.
see what the scales and stuff are?
Scales.
Yeah, you said. I thought you said it was scales on floors.
I don't know what the
I
hell.
didn't say that, but if you'd like to look for scales on the floor, feel free.
Alright, well, I can give you the scroll.
Roll a deception check.
Alright, and I cast comprehend languages
Okay.
and read the scroll.
20. You actually do see, like in a few areas, like a large, like clump of like large-ish, like they're probably like hand-sized blue, very like virident blue scales, and then around the smashed area of the ship, like a lot of scales in that area. And as you look around, you notice that there is like small patches of scales dotted around in that area. And you do see that there is some like heavy tracks and two sort of smaller tracks, and then one really large track that heads in towards the north side of the swamp,
And that's like towards
like
the city and
away
stuff.
from. It would be like the city is here, the swamp is here, it's here, like heading in sort of this direction.
Mhm,
So
that's where
above
the
the-
caves are.
The caves
It's far
like,
west. Last time.
caves are like just above the city.
Okay.
So it's more not towards the mangrove swamps, but deeper into the swamp area that you were.
If we want to find out something that happened to this ship, I think we need to follow these tracks because they're heading farther north than the camp or the village.
Hold on, Fantasia's gonna read the scroll that I found.
Okay.
Alright, I already cast comprehend languages, so
Okay, so yeah, immediately all of the strange things start to shift into common tongue for you to read through, and you clearly see that it's almost like a shopping list, and it just says find provisions, armies become very hungry, the orcs are weak and we can take their supplies. So, yeah, it's basically just instruction to pick up all of the supplies for the army.
okay, so basically it's like a to-do list. They apparently had a hunger problem on the ship and most likely a medical problem, so they're taking advantage of the orcs' weakness, which I don't know how they knew about such a thing, and that's what they're doing. So it sounds like, sadly, there may be a mole on this island, maybe. I don't know how they would know the orcs are weak.
I mean, they could just make that judgment based off of the other islands surrounding the area. That's
So
interesting.
maybe basically they're here just for
Supplies. So that's
I mean, it's the closest island to the island that was being attacked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, if you need to restock an army, you need supplies for it.
cool. Gal, where do you think most of the rest of the supplies?
City.
the city.
Yeah.
City.
It
City
says,
would have?
well, many supplies are
Mhm.
here. It seems they took what they could carry. The rest may have been left in the city or be strewn amongst the.
Then this ship was not their escape.
I just know
Are you
that
sure?
these tracks are leading
Yes, if they
north.
came here to supply, trust me, they didn't come on one ship. This may have
Well, I
seemed
mean,
like
it's a
they
they,
big
could
ass
have.
ship.
yeah,
It could have been
Yeah.
one ship.
I don't think so.
If they were the ones who were struggling out of all the ships and they needed to take a stop because they needed to get away,
Corgal, I feel-
Roll a quick intelligence check.
You
If
say
you
that.
have been in battle.
15.
I mean, you know that most of the time, whenever like pirates are like hitting an island, they will often send a couple of scouts out to other smaller villages to steal from those to supply the main army. So it might be that it was just an auxiliary force sent out to retrieve supplies to bring back to the main army, so that the main army, when they finally took over the island, could be like restocked.
I think we need to come back to this ship. I think I wanted to.
Oh, for sure.
But I think we need to head north follow these tracks so
Let's
we
go.
can figure out what
I agree.
this ship.
I am fine with that.
I'm good with that too.
Cool. Okay, so you do a quick once over of the ship if you want to have a quick check. Roll a quick perception check.
I wanted to check for a map, trying to see if it says like basically we need to meet here or something.
Oh, okay. Roll an investigation check.
And I said I was I would like to go to the
Big 3.
Don't see any kind of map.
captain's quarter to see if anything is of you
And
guys.
you look around, and it doesn't seem to be anything that would resemble a captain's quarter as such. It is-
Barbarians. I mean. Not that way, guys. Sorry. Sorry.
You think about that.
And then I was like, oh, let's get going.
Quickly corners up.
All right.
Sorry, stream, video.
I have to pee. Sorry.
Gross, Shay. Gross.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Savage.
Some of us are Cuban, you know.
Oh my god, just the racism after another.
I do not know what else to do here besides go to the city and finish off anyone that's still like
Follow these tracks first.
You're just
Yes.
following track.
on their way to the city. It seems it goes that way.
It goes a little bit north, away from the city a little bit.
Whatever did this to the ship was pretty strong.
Yes.
Got some arms.
Oh.
Got
Brother was stronger than me.
Oh my god.
Come back up.
Okay, so what are you guys doing?
Go and follow the tracks.
Following tracks.
Because we're off to see the wizard.
The wonderful Wizard of Oz. And I guess we're not going quiet because
No,
Yep.
You're singing the song, yes, clearly.
Indeed.
we're just running. Running.
You're running.
Yep,
I
just
mean,
sprinting.
seems like the best way.
Okay.
Do we want to run or do we want to walk, y'all?
I mean,
Run!
I'm already hoofing it. Literally, because I got hooves. Fucking racist.
Go.
Okay, so you start a fairly fast jog back towards following the tracks, and the smaller tracks seem to go in and out and fade in and out, but the large track is super easy to follow. It seems to cut through some of the dunes even, and going straight towards the swamp area. You head back into the swampy area, and you start following. You follow it for about 10-15 minutes, and it starts heading up north, and the swamp area starts getting deeper and deeper. And you're sort of wading to your knees right now in the water, and it's definitely slowing you down to walk through that, except for Che, who is like happily just hopping along, walking along the top of that.
Why are y'all so low?
Well, okay,
it's
what,
natural for me.
yeah, so it's
You guys want me to cast Walk on Water on you guys so you guys can walk around?
they're just like waist deep in water.
Yes?
Hey, I don't know the place.
Yes, come on. Hurry up.
Alright, I'll cast Walk on Water on. So I'll go up and touch all of them so they can. And they'll float up to the top.
Yeah, so you touch them, and you guys leave it.
Prestidigitation.
Feel all
Alright.
And you start walking, and the swamp. You definitely start to see a few more like gnarled trees and roots that are growing up, and then as you're walking along, you hold on. How would we do this? Che, roll a quick perception check.
18.
Okay. So you're walking over like a drier piece, and you walk over like a less dry piece, and over like a pool, and you notice the pool like bloop, and as it bloop, like a small bit splashes on you, and you can like feel like it sizzle away at
Oh,
like
acid.
the bottom of your boot.
Oh.
You look down and you notice that this pool is like a darker green than most of the other sort of more bluey dark brown pools around, and you do then look out and see that there's quite a few of these more dark green bubbling pools just around you as you're heading that
Are we
way.
still following the trail?
Well, these things just seem to be just plowing through various different areas. The bigger trail now is just deep, filled with water. And the other two trails go in and out if you see them like crossing over like dry land and all.
I tell the group that I think that might be acid.
Well, thank you for the walk on water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I investigate like the acid or what I think is supposed the green dark pool to see if I can recall if I've ever
You
seen
can roll
it?
a nature check.
Nature check. 18.
Yeah, you can see that it seems to be some kind of like natural like algae that's very like toxic.
Okay.
And you drop a couple of bits of just like dry bits of meat in there, and you see it like sizzling, just
Ooh.
bubbling.
Yeah, you don't want to be tossed into that or take a step into that. So
Alright, so let's
avoid it the best you
avoid
can.
this color. And I'll keep booking it. We're walking on water.
So yeah, you're running along. You're running in. The mangrove swamps now are maybe, they're maybe a mile away. You can see that, and the trees are starting to get a little bit thicker, and you're just seeing every now and again. You're also seeing like a bit of sort of like almost like ancient old rubble building, that seems to be sticking out of the swamp. Like a couple of like really ancient pillars seem to be. And Kolgar says, yes, these are the acid swamps. We should tread carefully here. The creatures that live here are generally harmless, but sometimes some large sea creatures make their way in here. We have encountered alligators and crocodiles in the past on hunts.
That is fun. We have a party member who loves crocodiles.
Oh my.
I didn't know our so-called captain was a comedian.
It's just trying to pass the time. Alright, we wanted to go more stealthy here, is what you said? Is how you feel, crocodile?
Well,
Or just rush through?
whatever it is, we are. Wait, actually, he's not that small.
Ouch.
Okay, he is okay. Whatever we are following, I would rather it did not see us sprinting towards it across the swamp.
Alright. Let's try to be a little careful when I walk. So, I guess we all stealth?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, good.
I don't even know where mine went. Oh, what's that say, Mark?
Down that one.
Yep.
Jeez.
Daddy,
Oh, good, baby.
I got 18.
I rolled a 91.
I got 16.
21.
13.
Savage.
I was doing pretty good besides you. Okay, bro.
I don't know.
Chaos.
Caius was so stealthy that one time he said, whoa, we can't do it again.
Not wrong with that dice. Okay, yeah. So you sort of start to like jump from tree to tree. You start to
Stop.
walk.
Finally, my acrobat.
You're like keeping close to some of the ruins, walking around them, and you definitely you get to a certain area, and you definitely hear.
Go ahead.
Nice. I love the idea too.
Let's go.
You get to you get to like an area where you can definitely hear you hear like a few branches like cracking and breaking, and you hear like something going underwater, and then you hear like a it off into the distance, but like maybe like 60 or 70 feet away, in the swamp area.
Keep stealthing it.
I'm gonna look around. Do I see any strange movements or unnatural things moving towards
I
us?
will show you what you see.
Oh, and we still have our
Yeah,
weapons
I'll
and
look for
thorn whip
anything.
still ready.
Yeah,
Oh,
somehow
okay.
I think it defaulted.
Because we've had those ready since the ship.
Went to screensaver mode.
So,
Are we on this side where I am? Or are we where you are?
Coming from the north.
What side of the
We're
table?
coming
Simon?
from the south. To the north.
you'd be coming from
Dom's in my mouth?
my side of the table.
You see the south side.
We'll put 'em out there.
South side.
Okay, there's an
I'm in the
issue.
back.
There's
I'm
clearly
assuming
an
you
issue
too.
with this cable. I literally can't get to the
Okay,
table.
let me step back. I'm gonna step out.
It's a good job you didn't switch the camera to that.
Yeah, so
Can't get more south than
Yeah,
hell.
that's
so,
camera.
you know.
Man, Markel, there's only something we can just dangle the camera from.
I mean, you could put it on
No.
Put it on the fan. Oh,
So
yes,
it go like
they-
this.
3D movie.
Oh God.
It's not going to stay still.
You never know
Oh.
until you try. Get to
Exactly.
play with toys. Oh, there's a tree more, Kev.
Fuckers. Y'all can suck.
Okay, so what you see ahead of you, and you can switch to that camera if you want to.
I mean, in a minute.
All right, so I know me,
Can we turn the volume up a bit?
quarter guy.
I mean, on this.
I mean, swamp. It just
On
bubbles.
the swamp
everywhere.
voice.
Yeah, it just bubbles.
Can we turn that volume down a little bit?
It's okay. It's okay. No, focusing. You know, Lord.
Okay, so yeah, you're walking through this swamp. You probably don't want to be there because that's the green shit. You see in front of you. No, put it up to the camera. So it focuses your finger.
Anyway, continue.
Okay, we'll look at it.
I won't.
Oh, that's horrible to look at.
No, you got no. It was good.
Okay, so in front of you is a swamp area similar to the rest of the areas that you've been walking through previously, but the trees and foliage seems to be a bit more a bit larger in this area, and there is a number of sort of damaged ruins and pillars, and in front of you, as you can see, the green areas with the flies and the bubbles are those similar pools that you'd seen before, that are like bubbling. They do seem, some of them seem to be very deep, and various areas, and then some of the areas like the ones that you start in on is much drier.
So there's no blade skin.
As you walk in, most of this area, except for these higher areas here, actually just that area, and then by that tree that's really light, are about knee deep in water. If you were to be in the water,
The dark areas.
the light
Light
areas
areas.
are knee deep. The dark areas are very deep.
Yep.
You would be swimming in those ones.
Well, we have walk on water.
And the dark areas are also the poisonous, the toxic areas as well. And then all around you are the reeds of the area around. And so this is what you see. You don't have to move your characters just yet. What are you guys doing?
We don't see anybody here though.
You heard some noise sort of in that area ahead of you, but you don't see anything as such yet. But you were trying to move quite carefully through.
Okay. Who's leading?
Yeah, there's a couple of like what would be seen as like mangrove trees starting to grow through. So you do see them, and their roots do seem to go quite deeply into the more toxic areas as well. And it makes the trunks of the trees are almost like black, and they're like almost oozing and like falling apart.
Do anyone want to get the high ground to check if they see anything?
I've got the high ground, Anakin. I'll do it. I can
Will that
literally
over?
fly to the high
Let's
ground.
do
Oh,
it.
wait, I can fly. I don't need
Bullets.
the high ground.
Bullets.
I just thought of it.
Actually, I was gonna walk over here
Yeah.
and hide right behind this little
Okay,
tree.
roll a quick stealth check.
Biggest dude behind this tree.
It's like that meme.
It's like the
where-
pole.
Yeah.
It's like this, and it's like
A 9.
A 9.
exactly what happened.
It works.
Okay, as you get to about here, you hear like and
Wash it.
like something going underwater.
Oh, so he did.
Oh shit! Something's underwater.
So moving back here. He is it. Moving back here.
Or do you want to continue?
Yeah, I'll continue.
You continue behind.
Hold on. What is everybody else doing before we
I'm
go too far and then we all stuck
Walking
in
up
the back?
here on top of the staircase.
Yeah.
After I got to the tree
Oh.
and I heard that noise, I raised my weapon.
Shit.
Okay, so if something
If
comes out,
something like
Continue
jumps
over
out
here?
at me, yeah.
Right.
Okay. No, nope.
if you're moving, please roll stealth checks.
Yeah.
Yes,
Move me
Yes, sir.
over there right behind
Already
Tin
my
Time.
weapon.
Pretty much.
Yeah, and I'm by.
8.
Behind Tin Time. 17.
Rolling shitty.
17.
Yeah. Here, I want to be.
Yay!
Not
8.
20.
Nat 20.
In this area, like right up here.
Okay, where are you?
Fantasia just
I'm-
vanishes.
Yeah, she just
Where are you-
teleports
where are
over
you
there by
going,
10
Fantasia?
tons.
You're going over here?
Yeah.
7.
Okay, and Mr. Orcface like trudges through. 7, you trudge through. Like you take out your shield. Take out your sword.
Bring it off so we can-
Hammer.
The orc behind you goes. The orc goes. Nice. Nice sword. Okay, and yeah. So as you get to the top of here, can you
Yeah.
quickly roll a perception check
Yeah.
for me? What are you looking for specifically? Just
Any movement
around.
in the water that seems unusual, something that would maybe resemble like a serpent or like a crocodile, kind of like a more elongated creature.
That's fine.
Ooh, 10.
10. You don't see a lot, and then wait, I need to roll a stealth check. Caius, quickly roll a perception check, please.
11.
Okay, so as you look to the right, and just as you see this huge dark shape like snaking towards you, and you ready your weapon as a massive. It's gonna be like this, a massive blue. I don't have a thing. Worm, like bursts out of the water and attacks you. But you ready your weapon, so you get to attack at the same time that it does, and then we will all roll initiative after this first attack.
I might as well roll it, right?
Yeah, you can roll it.
Oh,
So you just get a reactionary attack.
Okay.
your favorite number.
So it'll just be a normal.
You decide not to use the tower? Decide not to use the tower?
No, fuck the tower.
19.
The tower.
19
to
hit.
hit, yeah.
Oh, nice. That is a hit. So yeah, this huge serpent just comes out of the water at you and bites at you, and as it bites you, you also like swing. It rolled a 22, so it also hit, I think.
Alrighty. Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. Okay. 15 for damage.
15. Okay.
See you behind this tree.
What
you doing there?
We went after the biggest target. He said,
Try to get under the shade with you.
I feel a little warm. Toasty.
So it does 7 damage to you,
yes.
and you are grappled. So it bites onto you. Well, it doesn't bite you. It swipes all around you and just starts to like constrict you. Okay, so everyone roll initiative.
Means your movement is 0, right?
We already rolled initiative.
Yeah,
Okay.
I haven't rolled.
So-
I actually didn't roll my initiative. 15.
Okay, so 25 to 20. 20 to 15.
15.
18.
Mine's natural.
Fantasia 18. Natural 15?
Yeah.
So what
He
was
don't
your
have
total?
he don't have any.
That's all. Natural 15. He's a 14 and got 15.
Yeah.
What's your dex, both of you?
I have +1 on dex.
Dix plus 0.
Okay, so it's Chris first. Okay, so Azul. Azul.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm at a 4.
Okay, okay.
He's at a 5.
I'm at a 6.
Oh, 6. I'm sorry.
Yeah, plus 1 inch.
And Orky Boy is
Okay, boy. Yugi boy.
I was behind the other side of the thing. I heard noise. I'm like, who's that?
What?
I didn't see it happen or nothing. Like, y'all see something?
You just turn and look forward, and Kaya's got this damn thing grappled
I was
on.
like, wait a minute, didn't you have that armor before?
Whose foot's the
I don't
nice?
want to cheat.
Nice scarf.
Your damage to.
What?
I did. I said how much
Yeah,
damage.
he did 7.
He said 7.
He did 7. Yeah.
But I appreciate you looking at
I just haven't.
He's trying to get you fucked up. God.
No, I don't want to cheat.
it. Okay, so Cargal goes after Tintin. Wait, that's what's his dex. Oh, no, he goes before Tintin.
What was that noise?
Okay, now the creatures will roll.
Creatures.
So
Get
7.
by, baby.
I'm guessing there's more than just one of these rascals.
Yeah, one of them about to attack me. For sure, with that little 7 still I had going on.
Which means I'm in a bad spot.
That thing was like, who the fuck is making all this noise? Like,
The baby's sleeping.
I know. The baby's sleeping.
I'm glad I rented my weapon. He was.
Okay, so Fantasia, you see this snake-like creature, gigantic snake-like creature with a big ridge down its back, attack and wrap itself around Caius.
That's hot.
He's like,
That's hot.
so
So,
it does
that's
mean
high.
that you are grappled, but it just means you can't move. You can do
Yeah,
everything
I can
else.
attack and everything. Okay.
Yeah.
alright, so being near 10 ton. I feel like that's a bad thing. So I'm just gonna shoot it from here with firebolts.
Shoot the fuck out.
Shoot the fuck out.
Give it a little pizzazz.
Razzle dazzle.
A little razzle dazzle.
Oh, I would
Skedazzle
hope that's
dazzle.
it. 13 you said?
Yep.
So I rolled a 17.
Total 17?
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
total.
13 on the dice.
Oh, okay. So yeah, your firebolt smashes into the side of it.
So can I ask
What?
a question?
High school. I want him
I know you said something about calling someone. Can I use that as a bonus action check?
Yeah, you can try and look and see if it happens.
11.
11 damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just trying to make sure it wasn't a real action I had to use to check for that.
No. You do notice it doesn't seem to take all that much damage from the fire. Not as much as you'd expect. You're like, that was a pretty solid hit, and it does seem to like singe it slightly on the side.
Just a little bit.
Your mixtape wasn't hot enough.
Okay, Caius, what do you want to do? You are currently restrained by this thing. It's wrapping around you. It's big. It's probably about like 3 times your length. Wrapped around you. So even wrapped, it's still about your height.
Is it like staring me in the face right now?
Hot.
It's just trying to bite the shit out of you. It's not trying to be clever. It's just a fucking monster. It's just like
It's giving me that tongue action.
yeah.
It's Stranger Things.
Suddenly tentacles spread. No, it's not that.
Oh
bad.
my.
Serious.
Thank God I'm not over
You might like it.
there. Oh no.
Take me now.
Take me
Fantastic.
God.
Don't waste all your rages.
Oh no, I hit level 6, so I got more rages.
He's raged.
Just the more
He's
the
raged.
better.
And he can't break out.
Alright. We'll roll the hit. That first hit is a miss. We're looking at, what, 11?
Yeah, first one. You're just trying to get your sword out for the first one. You're like, you get it free.
Let's get the next one. Come on, baby. 19. Yeah, baby.
Hits.
Yeah, baby. Terrible, baby. Terrible. Terrible, baby.
Oh, by the way, for reckless, it has to be only your first attack, even if it misses.
Oh, okay. It has to be the first attack.
Yeah, so you can't choose it later on. It has to be the first attack.
Oh.
So you say, I'm
thought he's been pretty much
first
doing
I've,
attack.
I've always been doing
I'm
that.
just making sure
Yeah,
you're
okay.
aware because I was reading through it
Oh, okay.
at the start of the game.
Alright. 15. No, that's not a 15. 17. My bad. 17.
Nice. So
You said my bad, like you were doing the snake a favor.
it's like, no worries.
I'll take a little more damage.
Okay, yeah, so you slice a nice gouge through it, but it does seem to be very resilient. The hide of the snake, you slice in, but it doesn't seem to go that deep.
One question about being grappled. Is it like an automatic action for me to try to get out of it, or do I have to waste that action? to do
Now
it?
at the end of your turn,
Oh,
you
that's
can
right.
roll
Now I
to
can-
try and break
oh,
it.
okay.
So
Would
you
it be a
have-
strength?
It's a DC 16 strength save.
Alright. No, don't worry about it.
Okay.
I just like, I'm just like grabbing on me,
You like that hug?
Hold me.
This is what a hug feels like.
Ricky Bobby.
Starts having flashbacks of his parents hugging him. He hasn't been held in a long time.
Jesus.
I'm trying to make sure it's me. I think it's Cargyle first and then me.
Yeah, Cargo goes first. I just got to read his trade.
That's why I didn't want
You right. I didn't know y'all all got 15s.
to. Yeah.
Calls for 15.
Oh, okay.
That's her name.
What's the range?
You.
Okay, so card gal, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to go to the stairs, and he's going to say, "Leave my friend alone!" And he's going to cast towards you. He's going to like clutch a holy symbol that is around his neck, and he casts Sanctuary on you. Which means that until the spell ends, any creature who targets the warded creature will attack on a harmful spell must first make a wisdom saving throw or a failed save. The creature must choose a new target or lose the attack or spell. The spell doesn't protect the warded creature from area effects such as explosions or a fireball. Yeah, and if the creature that you are, so this is one thing that Jeremy didn't talk about. If you make an attack or cast a spell, it breaks the sanctuary. So basically, it's just a neutral, but it means that until your next turn, they're all going to have disadvantage at trying to attack you. So I think I have. Where's the save? Soon I will get to know the color. What color is what?
You should get like a little chart of colors.
Yes. Just a little document.
Yeah.
Every day.
Don't play.
Man, I had some hot chocolate for today.
That's why that thing I told you about my next D&D character, Markel, thinking the same shit.
This morning, last night.
Yeah, I was just talking about this shit when we was talking.
I want my dad to be at the meeting.
You say Reverend Brother Jackson.
He's put that one on him. Put that one on one of the guys. Not that way around.
Like
It
this.
says enlarged. Yeah, but I want to say enlarged.
Oh, nobody's reading.
Look, it was
You gotta make sure your sleep don't go.
Here we go. So you have this aura around you, and the snake is immediately like moving away.
Right.
And then he will. That's all he's gonna do for now. Okay, it is now the other snake's turn.
But wait, there's more.
Wait, it's not my turn yet?
No, one of them outrolled you, I'm afraid.
Damn.
Oh, y'all got 15?
He must have got 15.
I think
That's
you
4
rolled.
people with 15s.
You rolled in a group.
I got a 6. No, I got a 15. Yeah, he had a higher dex. So. Ooh, okay. So,
He said, oh, fine.
a huge fucking gigantic serpent out of the pool ahead of you guys.
Doing all that.
Wait a second.
He woke the baby and now he mad. He said he woke my child.
How big is that thing and how deep is the water?
Fucking huge. The water is pretty deep, but it's been like through the swamp. It's a powerful thing.
Have you seen Stranger Things?
Nope.
No.
No.
Me either.
Me neither.
It's good.
I was thinking
Okay,
about
so
Me too.
I'm gonna see.
I'm interested though.
it like
No, I saw the first season.
it comes up and it seems to have something in its mouth and it just and it blasts sand in a straight line like right through the middle of the 3 people here. And you all have to make a dex saving throw.
You don't know me like that.
Wait.
Oh, no!
Wait, you don't does she have to?
Not chain. It's
Me, Fantasia.
it's Fantasia, Tinton, and Azul.
Oh. Something told me to be on the other side of the goddamn wall. 9.
An unnatural
8.
20.
Yeah,
So
man.
20. Okay, so
We all failed.
okay.
Holy. Speak for yourself, sir.
No, he said not.
I said
Unnatural 20. He rolled a 16, but his dex saving throw was +4.
Speak for
My dex
yourself.
is
I closed my eyes like,
0.
Your saving throw.
Zero
Yeah,
to
saving throw.
hero.
Hold on, I got inspiration.
Who's that shit? Swishing through the water? You're like,
I'm
still
gonna
going
take that L on this one then.
You take 27 bludgeoning damage.
Get down!
13.
You take 27 bludgeoning damage.
fucking Christ.
And you take half 27 bludgeoning damage, which is
13.
13 bludgeoning damage.
Get down!
I'm going the wrong way.
Time to run!
Boy, Rick was about to heal for 27. I feel strong.
Boom! The sand.
Oh, look at that.
Wait,
Session
what kind of
timed
damage
out.
is it?
Check. Doesn't count.
Bludgeoning.
Bludgeoning. Yeah, we need to say what type of damage we do, that way we know. 'Cause
That's
some people
bludgeoning.
yeah, I know. I'm talking about for everybody just in general. Because I know we don't do it always. Because some of us have some resistances.
That hurts.
What's it gonna do?
It's fucking scary.
What is he gonna do? He already did.
That was from me blocking.
Jay, turn into a dragon. I'm scared of that motherfucker. Oh, use intimidation.
And it is going to. It's gonna move straight up to Fantasia, I think.
Fantasia, you love being.
He just likes to be right in the front.
Yeah, front and center.
Fight you in your way.
That changes
Tenson, it's your
so
turn.
many things that I was gonna do.
You need to take notes from Kazoo. He know how to stay in the back. Nah, a little bit further. A little bit further.
You're in trouble? Just move it to the side. Gotcha. Finishing blow. Those are the best.
I had an
Game
idea
winning
what I was
3.
gonna do until all that shit just happened. So now I'm trying
Time
to
to
figure out
break out the
something.
big guns.
Yeah.
No, we don't need it.
Where's your channel divinity? Do you have that yet?
Yep, it's hard as hell to get use it at that level. Cool if you do. So fucking difficult.
Channel divinity.
It's like damn near impossible until you use it like 15. Gotta get lucky tail.
Is he 10 feet away from me? Yes, he
Yes,
is.
he is, sir.
I'm gonna use Thunderbolt Strike,
Ooh.
but that's also a level. I'm gonna use it with the level 3 spell, Calling Lightning.
Cool lane. Okay.
Wait, what?
And that should be an automatic hit,
Oh, damn.
Oh yeah, it is because he has that
and it
shit.
should be an automatic.
Thunderbolt strike.
Thunderbolt Strike is in my. It's not a move.
Thunderbolt.
It's
God.
Feature.
it's a feature.
Oh.
It's a trait feature.
It's not a bug. It's a feature.
When you deal any damage to a large or small creature, you can also push it 10 feet away from you. Got it. So you're using it's when you cast a spell, you can also do that with if you do it with lightning damage.
Yeah, and that's when I'm using the.
So what spell are you using?
Hold on, where's the other thing? The Channel Divinity as well with it.
Well, Channel Divinity is
No,
not a
it's
lightning
different.
spell.
It's not.
So
That's
Thunderbolt
a good
Strike
lightning.
is if you hit something with a lightning spell, you can also move it.
Yes.
That's all it means. It's a
Yeah,
trait.
I'm gonna hit him with the lightning spell with the Channel Divinity.
Well, Channel Divinity is
You have to see if it works first, right? You gotta read Channel Divinity.
Channel Divinity with the wrath, you can use Channel Divinity to deal max damage instead of roll for lightning.
Oh, that one.
you can
Yeah.
channel divine energy to fuel magical effects a number of times per short rest.
No, down one.
Oh, channel divinity,
Destructive
destructive
wrath.
wrath.
Yeah.
You can use Channel Divinity to deal maximum damage instead of rolling for lightning or thunder damage.
Maximum spike.
Okay, so you still have to roll to hit, but if you
Yep.
hit, it does max damage.
Yes.
Like maximum possible damage. So you want to
It's,
use whatever does the most possible damage spell.
It's the
And-
Dex saving throw.
Which one?
Which spell?
The call lightning.
Oh, you're doing Call Lightning.
And adding Divinity
Which
to Channel Divinity.
is-
Okay.
Just
Is that also a feature, or is it a
No,
spell?
that's actually a spell, level 3.
Shit, Cool Lightning.
Well, damn. That's a good day.
Okay, so just to let you know, it has a 60-foot radius. The storm cloud appears, a shape of sin in a 60-foot radius, centered on a point. So blah, blah. Spell fails, you cancel blah, blah. When you cast a spell, choose a point you can see under the cloud. The bolt of lightning flashes down from the cloud. Each creature within 5 feet of the point must make dex save, so it would hit Fantasia as well.
No one if I do it right there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the
Nice,
creature
nice, nice. Yeah.
Thick boy.
Hit in the water, kill the baby that's in there, you know?
I know.
Get the other serpents
That's
angry.
nice. That's nice. So dex saving throw. 17. It still does something, I think. Half as much damage, so it takes 15 damage.
Wait, what?
'Cause you-
Oh, sorry.
So it failed its
Yeah.
passed its saving throw,
Yeah.
so it takes half damage, but you do max damage,
Right.
Yeah.
so it takes 15
15.
damage, and you can move it 10 feet,
Move it 10 feet back.
just directly back from where it is.
Yep.
It like smashes into this pillar, and the pillar
It
falls
takes
back.
10d10. It takes TD
400d10 damage,
Instantly dead.
40 damage.
So I'm running like a little bitch.
Okay, it is the snake's the small serpent's turn. Wait, another serpent. Right next to Cargo. So the first serpent is going to try and attack Caius.
Can I do one thing on my? I want to check for the colors.
But did you bonus action anything? Okay, roll perception. You're looking to see if the creatures have collars or if 4 collars.
Check if the creatures have colors.
That's 20.
Wow.
Damn nice. None of the creatures have collars, but I don't have an icon. I'm going to use this one and this one. Actually, no, I'm going to use these. Sorry. Okay. I'm just going in front of you quickly. You see here and here lying 2 like broken open collars on the ground, or like semi in the swamp. So they're like, it'd be like a huge metal manacle that you close and it's like bust open. Like it's still intact, but it's been like popped. So there's like a open handcuffs.
Right.
Okay, so the snakes burst out. The first one's going to try and attack Caius, but it has to do a wisdom saving throw. It fails. It tries to attack me. It's like off whatever it is on your body. It can't make another attack, so it fails its attack against you. And the other one is going to attack Cargal. And it starts to go to wind around him, and he just like shrugs it off and like throws it off, and it doesn't get to him. So it is now Che's turn.
I'm going to cast Healing Spirit as my bonus action and throw it on Caius.
There is no healing spirit, so we're gonna use the nice see-through one.
So at the beginning of Caius' turn, I'm gonna roll a d6 and healing for that much.
Caius is gonna have so many little hoops around him at the end of this. Oh, wait, there's a rage one. Raging.
There's a rage one?
Yeah, it's funny.
And then I'm going to wild shape into a ox and charge at the one that is right here in front of Corbell.
Straight down the stairs.
Orange donkey, let's go.
You gotta roll in case you trip.
Don't say that! Don't give him ideas!
Just roll down
You tumble into the snake.
Oh, snake.
Snake.
9 to hit on the charge.
You hit it, but it just like slithers around you as you go past.
Okay. And then I guess I'll use Hooves to hit it. My single attack. Hoof it. 14 to hit.
It just like bounces off its scaly hide. Level 6. It's level 6 now, boys. Things are gonna get harder.
A little tougher.
Okay, Azul.
What? Oh,
It's your turn.
Don't sound regal. Oh, is it me? I win the game. I wasn't prepared for this at all.
So I'm assuming I wouldn't see any other but this big bitch. So
You were like, is that a dog? So it comes out. It's huge.
Yeah.
Huge snake. Well,
shit,
it's not even a snake. It's like it resembles like what you'd imagine a dragon's head to look like. And then all the way down, it's got this huge plume of like almost like a floppy fin behind it. It looks exactly like that. Hooray! I got to use one of my big models. I'm so excited.
What is this?
More of the big model.
Should we be even wasting our time with this thing? And then I mean, at this point in time, I do lightning bolt on it.
Okay, go ahead and.
Bullet.
Yep, for that.
My guy tried to push it back for 15.
You don't have like a shotgun bullet? You don't be like,
No,
Bullet.
not these times.
The lightning bolt just like crackles across and dissipates across its body.
Shit.
limited.
From that point where it just.
Yeah, I back up to the tree stump. And I go, oh, there's another one.
Oh, there's another one.
Oh shit!
Yeah, Fuck.
Okay.
Mamba got it.
Fantasia, it's your
Oh
turn.
my god. This is.
Come on, bud. You got some crazy shit. Let's see you use it.
For one.
Also, maybe get the fuck out of the way of this thing.
What did we decide on Psionic Blast? And also, I'm going to back up before anything happens here.
I forgot even to look at Sonic Blast. I didn't decide anything. Sorry.
Alright, so I'm going to back up then. And
Where are you going?
Back towards Azul. And
Straight to him?
let me check that distance.
You could go to here.
Both
That's 30 feet.
Yeah,
Or you could go here if you like, or
I'll be to the side of Azul.
like here.
To the right, to where
You
I
like
can
me
still
now.
see him.
I know.
You could probably still see
Not to
it.
the
Okay.
right for him. Oh,
Here?
As long as I'm
Yeah.
30 feet away and
But you can still
see
go
him.
back a little bit. This is like the poisonous.
Okay, so I don't
You're on
really
the
get
edge
in
of
there.
it at this point.
And from there, I'm gonna go for it, even though it seems to have a. Oh wait, that's Dex. Whatever then. I'm gonna cast blindness on that big boy.
Oh, nice. So
Very nice.
Big man.
Very nice.
big man.
Very nice. Very nice.
blindness. One creature you can see within range to make a con saving throw.
This thing's tough too. Probably like plus 7.
37.
It's kind of legendary, and that's not legendary. It rolls 17.
Damn it. It can see clearly.
You're sliding at the
So
range.
you cast it on and you see it go. His eyes cross for a little second.
It's vision actually.
Do you have anything for bonus action?
As a bonus action, I will cry.
You actually cleared up its vision. It now has perfect vision now.
But just for you.
Yes, for you.
Laser got surgery. Just moments. Moment of mistake.
Oh god. Oh god.
That's it, right?
Yeah, because I could.
Okay, Caius, your
There's
turn.
no point of this.
Alrighty, I'm gonna swing on this little bad boy here that's on me. Just a little regular swing. I've been rolling low 17.
That's a hit for sure.
Alrighty. Terrible.
Oh, so can you take away the yellow?
Oh yeah, the
It does not have sanctuary anymore.
Sure.
And that's 8.
You can put that. You can put him on the raging. 'Cause I don't think that's going away
8.
anytime soon.
That's 10.
Okay, what are you doing?
You said put him on it.
Yeah, just put that. You ready?
Ooh, that jumped up a lot. 19.
19 damage. Nice.
Alright, next attack. Oh yeah, natural 19. I mean, that's a hit.
He right up on you.
That is a hit.
Alright.
Fuck him up. Come up.
There, well, that's fine. 11.
11.
Yes, sir.
Let's try it
Do. I said a do. I said a do.
That's how you feel.
Oh, don't you get some healing?
Yeah, I think it's on his turn.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's on his turn that I can
Is it
Is
on
it on
Caius'
your turn?
turn?
On Caius' on Caius' turn.
Oh, no, roll his heal.
That shit.
Good remembering.
Huh?
Oh,
Good remembering.
it's 2d6. Level 2. 6 HP.
Nice.
Ooh.
That's actually a nice little heal.
Yeah,
And it just chunks every turn, right?
Yes, every turn.
It's on that spot.
It's on that
So
spot.
if he moves, he doesn't get it.
Yes, but I can move it on my turn.
Okay, to back on the image. That's pretty sick. Is it
Unless
concentration?
Yes.
It's broken
But
now.
It's gonna be
no.
super wise.
No.
Can he shapeshift?
I can hold in my shapeshift. One thing in my concentration is shapeshift. As long as I don't have a verbal, something I have to continuously be saying.
Right,
Yeah.
like chanting. Got it.
Yes.
Wait, where'd Caius go? Is he done?
He died.
Yeah. Wait. Did you finish your turn?
Don't you want to roll to break the grapple?
Why you
Thank
have
you,
to
Tintin.
complete your
Uh,
It's a strength, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a strength
Or you
save,
got
so
it.
You gotta be at 16.
No.
Yeah, and I was a 6.
God damn it! What is that?
Beautiful.
I rolled a 4 again. God damn it!
If you let me do it, you would have got it.
Well, you're not Caius.
Who's going?
Your name is Fantasia.
You didn't know she had mind control powers. She just.
Okay, so the orc is going to turn around next to you, Thomas. He's going to attack you now.
The orc? Sabotage. He's like, yo.
It was my plan all along.
To lead you in here and backstab you. Actually, that'd be a pretty cool plot twist, not gonna lie.
That was
I was a lizard all along.
I mean,
what did you do?
Actually,
They have a
did we really did we touch him at any point? He could have had some like magical item.
I'm sure, yes, we get
Okay, so he's
Shook
going to
hands and
swing
everything.
his great axe.
he was going.
Oh,
through
he's
a
definitely
second
hits
assault.
with his great axe.
Nearly a crit as well. Yeah. 1d12 plus 4.
He does 6
Shitty damage.
Oh my.
2 attacks.
Devastation.
To protect the world from devastation.
I'm about to die. Already. Goddamn. Can you give me another one, please?
There's one there? I didn't know.
That's it. I bought some.
I didn't hear you. I would probably walked out at the top.
Because I don't drink the alcoholic beverages.
He has an extra attack.
Because we don't have any.
Oh, can I have one, please?
Oh, damn. Go through them all.
You rolled a nat 20.
Oh, fuck it.
You rolled a nat 20.
I'm just excited by the nat 20.
Powerful.
Wait, what?
So a 6 or a 9. That is a, I think it's a 9. It's a 9. He does 18.
Damn.
18. 22 damage.
Christ, Mike.
Yeah, so he swings twice with that, chunking into this poor snake. Poor little snake. He's gonna stand his ground. He's not gonna move. He doesn't want to leave it to you. It's the big boy.
Big boy
I'm gonna
Jeff.
roll to see if he gets his sandblast back. He does not.
His what? Oh, no.
Sandblast. He's got
Don't need them problems.
Yeah.
That shit almost took me out.
I'm looking kind of rough.
Are you?
Yeah.
I thought you healed up all the way. With the potion.
So
27 hit.
No. Bro, get Simon's out.
It was
He doesn't go
Fantasia.
for Caius because Caius is already grappled by one of his smaller
There's a blue guy
siblings.
closer, you know.
You're the next option.
there's a
Wait, where
big
is he? Oh, he's hiding? He's
No! I'll tell you.
Roll a stealth check.
What is this?
That's no fair!
He's stealthing from the DM. You stealthing from the
That was a
DM.
great stealth.
Without even
That's
rolling.
no fair.
Right?
She did try to blind him.
Let me see. No, I beat you.
No, now you beat
It
him
goes for you. I mean, it's probably better that it goes for you than it goes
Yeah,
for
that's true.
the squishy.
You got armor.
But it's not a kid, no. Okay, so it is going to make a bite attack against you. It rolled a
Natural
12.
Oh, okay. Woo.
So there you go. It bites at you and you boom off the shield. That would have hit you, right?
No.
Oh,
I had my armor
You
for
would
10
do
hours. I'm good.
Okay,
Mage armor for
cool.
10 hours.
Okay, Tinton, your turn.
Luckily.
Tinton's scared right about now, I ain't gonna lie. I'm swinging. Yeah, he right up
He
on
about
me.
to swing frantically.
Please. Alright. Swinging.
Chase.
Woo, that's a hit. That's 18, but plus whatever I got. So 1d8 plus 5. That's 10. And then for my bonus action, I'm gonna do a level 2 spell. It's gonna be spiritual weapon.
And then you're going to cast spiritual weapon.
Yep. Level 2.
Oh, wait, that's a mandolin.
And get him right here and say, Zam Zaddy.
All you hear is
Zam Zaddy.
Okay. Is bonus action to cast an attack with it, or just a bonus action to cast?
I think it's just a bonus action to cast. I'm not going to cheat on that.
Check it, I'm not sure.
I'm trying something out.
So you're gonna
As a
die.
bonus action
I wanna
on your
know.
turn, you can move.
So you're gonna die too.
No, I'm not. It don't require moving.
No, it just depends because if you look at my.
Waking up.
First off, before this whole fight, that shit must have been holding sand in his mouth for quite some fucking time.
Nice.
I'm gonna save this because I know I'm gonna see some more.
You can attack. I think, yeah, when you cast the spell, you can make a melee
Oh, wait,
attack
no,
against
you'd
a
have
creature
to
within
save
5 feet.
Oh, okay,
It's
good.
at that moment when you
I'm
stop the
trying not to
movie.
cheat.
Stop the movie to
That
talk
was
to
two.
people.
Spiritual weapon.
Oh,
Go ahead and roll.
It would get
Nat 20.
10 times
Oh,
the
I gotta
other
look at
stuff.
that
It
anyway.
would get all
Doing
four.
a
It's a
Smack,
melee
smack.
spell attack. It swings and just like crashes against the hide of the creature. It doesn't even notice that the weapon is now.
Ooh, if he had.
Wait,
So,
doing something.
Caius the snake is going to bite at him. It rolled probably not enough. 12.
No.
Okay, that's what I'm going to do. It tried to bite you.
Slithering?
And the other snake is going to make a choice. It attacks the orc. It's going to bite him. It rolled a 7. Plus 13. Glad I didn't sit back too much.
About to roll to collapse.
So it also bounces off his armor. Trying to bite him. Che, your turn.
It's my turn. In my perceptual vision, I noticed that my boys are getting smacked around a little bit. So I'm like, what do I gotta do to make this? Looks like an inky situation. So I unmorph and cast.
Oh, by the way,
Never
all of you guys are knee deep in water at the moment. Because
No.
I'm assuming water walking is concentration.
No, it's not.
It's not?
Is it?
No, it must be. I have no way you just cast it.
It's okay with me. I can still move through water pretty well.
Blind and deaf. Let me spell that in concentration.
No. Nope. No
What does it
concentration.
say?
Duration 1 hour. VMS and a piece of cork.
Yo.
Yeah, there's no C.
No C for me.
No C.
You can do ritual casting now too.
No C, so we can't stand
Yeah.
under
Verbal, somatic, material, piece of cork. I had 10 pieces and I used the one in the first
Well, that's fine. It's not that hard to
1 hour?
1 hour.
Is it on traits or spells?
It's a spell.
Spell.
Level
3.
Water walk.
Yeah.
3. I don't see it on the spells.
Oh.
You don't have it for 10.
Oh, it's...
You couldn't have cast water walking.
Is that one of your weapons or something?
No.
Got rid of
Oh, I swapped it out last time and I just remembered.
He doesn't have it on.
Oh.
You guys are all knee deep in water.
Oh, hey, what happened? I thought I was
It was the power
Sorry,
of
guys.
belief.
It was my imagination. I left my spell back in there.
That's a pretty strong imagination
It's a
power.
placebo.
It's a placebo. We just got placebo.
Damn.
Okay.
Literally had Looney Tune moment.
Right,
Wait, no, the only one that I stand over, I still have my ring on.
Yeah, that's fine. You're knee deep in water, it just means your movement is halved.
Except me.
Except you. It moves freely through water. Alright, just letting you know.
Unlucky. Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna summon 2 squids, giant squids.
So you
Here.
are
Shoot yourself, yep.
Yes. Where's my character model?
2 lioness squids.
2 lioness squids. Gonna be right here and right here on this big boys. And they're going to.
They're gonna use 8 slap to get 8 attacks.
At least they're in water. They're in their natural habitat.
Yeah. And they're gonna use tentacles on this big lad. So they're both going to roll to hit. So the first one is gonna hit a 21 to hit,
That definitely hits.
and the other one hits a 9.
Does not hit.
It's 9.
Slaps himself.
2d6. That's gonna be 9, 11 damage, and it's grappled by.
Can it grapple a gigantic creature that's larger than it?
He can just grapple the side of him. The creature just look at him like.
He just holding his leg.
He said.
He just humping that one.
It doesn't say on
Pull up
120.
the leg.
It says if the target is a creature, it is grappled until this
Further
grapple
notice.
ends.
I feel like I should just try and knock everyone
I don't
Just
know.
hope
Can
for
it
the
grapple a
best.
bigger creature than itself? I'm
I'll look
assuming
quick.
no.
It probably can grapple a smaller part of the creature.
Well, just grapple its face. Like,
Yeah,
just jump
that's
on
what
its
I'm
face.
Only if it's one size larger than you, yes. If it's multiple sizes larger than
How
you.
large is the
It's a
squid?
giant squid. It's a
Yeah,
large
but-
beast.
Large.
Yeah.
Yeah, it probably can. Yeah, it starts to grapple it. Yeah. I'll allow it. It is grappled. It can't move currently.
Can I move?
Azul.
Yeah, I'll tell you I do not want to do this again, but I think I have no choice. So I'll run up to the stairs.
Run
Like
to the
up
stairs.
to them or up them?
Up, I can't go that far. You said half my speed movement.
Oh, so
To
you're here.
the stairs, so I can see
10,
Kai's.
15.
So I can see Kai's stairs. The bottom of the stairs.
5, 10, 15.
Not in the line of getting hit. Over here. And I see Caius. Caius. Whoop some ass. And I cast haste. Again. On,
Juice.
On
Give
Caius.
him the juice.
There's gotta be a haste.
Fight the big motherfucker.
So again. I was gonna put on you, Rick, but
Look, so
I
I
can't
can
see
know what
you.
haste does. I need to put this shit in my notes.
I got you. All right.
I'm gonna put it in my notes so I know.
It's gonna be your go-to, okay?
The goat.
This is my alley. Do you like every fight?
It's the alley-oop.
It is definitely the alley.
Why can I never find the one that I need?
That's what you look for while you play.
Or you can go to the organization.
Oh, never mind. No. I thought it was in the box. You need
The
a box.
rings are cool.
All right,
but
what
it's
does
like
it do?
super
What does haste do?
like awkward to hold in any way. Like,
You gotta-
Haste, wouldn't it?
Heist. Heist.
Healing, baby.
All right. Your speed is double.
Yeah, don't move.
Plus 2 bonus to your AC.
Plus 2 AC.
Advantage on your dex saving throw. So if it shoots another sandblast,
Maybe
you
it's
at least
red.
got advantage on it.
haste.
Which
That
you
doesn't
already
stack,
have.
does it? Yeah, I do. I have advantage on
don't.
stack, so.
Additional attack each turn.
5.
So that additional action, not attack.
Additional action.
So that means you can attack with one weapon attack, or dash, disengage, hide, or use an object. So if you wanted to, you can smack twice and say, you know what, I want to leave here for free, but I give you that. You can do that.
He's still grappled though. He don't really do that.
Yeah.
Whatever, you're hasted, you fucking stupid. Stupid things. Hasted! Hasted!
You can use this sanctuary buff.
We're gonna use
And
blue for haste.
at that time, I do nothing else.
Fantasia, your turn. Hi, sorry, me knocks the tree down.
On accident.
In rage.
It's just all that rage and haste.
That's more
Hmm.
than
Raging Cajun, baby.
you know, a little salty. Bears can't be choosy.
Oh,
Just be
shots
happy I got
fired.
some.
Think about it. It's a little bit
All right,
it's
they
less
just
salt,
have to-
less sodium in your body, better for your intestines. Helps you. Comes out
Helps you
clean.
look like a Kalu muscle because he saves much from salt.
Y'all
I
ready?
probably don't know who that is.
Yeah.
It's like this giant black body where you just fucking massive.
Really?
It stays away from salt. That's what makes you like be cut and shit like that.
No, it's because I know what I want to use. It's just that it puts 6 people have to make saving throws if I were to do it.
Well, thank you.
How about you just use like boulders?
We ain't got time for all that.
You got any of them single target spells?
Really ones that don't kill your entire party.
Hey, they
The ones that don't put us to sleep and kill us.
They wouldn't
Yes,
die. Alright, so I'm gonna cast Jim's magic missile, so just gonna break another piece of gold and go for it, man.
Correct.
Go for it.
That's 3 shots? Or 2 shots or 4 shots?
Yeah, it's 3.
Got 6 shots.
What's about a baby note?
Alright, that first one is 21.
What are you shooting at exactly?
I'm shooting at that guy because that's, I
This one?
assume, the only one I can see. Yeah.
You can see the
You
head
can
of
see the
one.
big dudes.
Oh.
You can see the big chap.
Headshots.
It's up to you.
Yeah,
look
I'll
like
shoot
a
the little
snack
one
from far
because
away.
I feel like we need the collar to big boy there.
Go ahead.
So, alright, so that's 21.
Savage.
Boy. 19.
So
hits.
that's, yeah, that's another high number. And that is 11.
Mission.
Alright, so 2 of them smack a dack 'em.
Correct damage.
That is. Oh, that's critical. So it will take 4.
I don't think you crit spells.
Yeah, it does. It can crit if it gets a d20. So yeah, 44.
Wait, which one did you crit?
No, I didn't crit any. I was saying it takes does that much if it crits. Ugh, all that, and it takes 8 damage from those 2 missiles.
Together?
Yes.
You doing a whole
Ouch.
Sadly.
big body right there.
Yeah. Like I
You got
said,
it, you got it.
if you somehow roll.
Jim's
Anything
Rising
else?
missile
What do you
seems
do?
so
Anything
magical.
else?
As my bonus action, I'll cry again.
Move. You could do. You could perceive something.
Yeah,
I.
I'll see if I can. Oh yeah, because he didn't tell anyone, so I'll look for anything on the ground. 'Cause I didn't see of the collar. Whee. And that is a 16.
You don't really see anything near to you as such, but you do notice that this tree stump has like a hinge on the top of it.
Please don't.
So you can stop hitting the screen.
All right.
That's it.
Yeah, that was
That's
it. That was my bonus
Yeah.
action.
Oh yes. Sorry.
Alrighty.
Case boy.
Wait, you don't yell out
Hey,
there's a
boy.
hinge on the tree stump? Communicate.
That's his bonus action. You got one to his next turn.
Yeah.
That's why I have to use
15?
my collars. I use my
It's a
bonus
hit.
action to do
Is it a
hammer
hit?
and all this other stuff.
You know. We'll hit.
That does not hit. No. You're still grappling. You're trying to like get your sword. Maybe not.
Second attack. Oh, there we go.
That does hit.
25. Ooh, that's terrible. 10.
Oh, so
2 good. So far, 19. This damn thing still ain't dead?
No.
Alright. I'm gonna attack this one again. 19. No, 18. My bad. 18.
Damage or to hit?
18 hit.
Hits.
Nah, y'all trying to come over there and help kill him and then fight the big one together.
Sorry, I called you out.
My guy had a plan. Like,
11. 11. What does it mean, 11?
Fucking die!
God damn.
You're like chunking out of this thing. It's starting to look a bit hurt. It's starting to pretty hurt. Do you want to do anything else? You got 3 attacks. Did you do all 3?
Yeah, I did. I missed the first one.
yeah.
What?
Let's grab him by the octopus.
Good one.
Is anyone like seriously injured?
Rick.
Rick is?
And I'm hurt. But
Rick,
I'm
hurt
seriously
too.
injured.
Rick, just wait one more turn and I got you.
I'm not.
Oh, roll for him.
I'm
No,
saying.
no. That one went away. That one went away.
No, I have to roll
Sorry,
for
touch the screen.
The heal.
The grapple.
Or did it go away? Did the heal go away?
The heal goes away.
Oh, yeah, because concentration.
Yes, that's what I was saying.
You said for me to break the grapple, I had to roll what, 16?
You have to beat 16 on strength.
Don't you need to take that off?
Wait, hold on.
No, that's haste.
Haste.
Cause range, don't you have?
It's a dex saving throw. I think you have advantage on those.
Oh, it's a strength.
Yeah,
No, it's a strength.
It's a strength saving
Yeah,
throw.
it's a
right,
strength.
So no, you don't have advantage.
Hold on, let me check something.
Yeah, that's true.
Man.
Your saving throw is right there. Your saving throw should be high though, but I don't know what you rolled.
Wait,
Yeah.
I gained advantage on strength checks and saving throws. Would that be a saving throw?
Yes,
Yep.
it's a strength saving throw.
I mean, either way,
I
it'd
didn't
be
roll it again. What the fuck?
one you could use.
I roll another 9. It's like, aha! He thought you was slick.
You can roll again. Badly.
So far, you rolled 2 4s on the strip and then 2 9s.
Alright, Cargal is going to.
I would heal myself a little bit, but this big ass thing is in my face.
Yeah, I know.
I got like,
Did he just bite your ass in the shit?
That's what I said.
I get 4 health. 22 damage.
Cargal is going to. He's going to 5, 10,
Oh, for real, Cargal?
20.
That's how we do
Wait,
it.
what? Cargal! Wait, Cargal, no! No, Cargal, what are you doing?
That's,
Did
that's,
it not get an attack of opportunity?
is that what's hot on the streets?
Yeah, it does get an attack of opportunity.
Argal's too fast, bro. He just went.
Which it hits.
Oh damn.
He might grapple him, he might not.
He ran, it bit him in his ass. I said, "Where you going?"
That's what hot on the block. We leave the squishies over here.
He did just
Roll
have
3 ones in a row, so 3.
Yeah, they won't have an ass.
You know,
3 teens.
I'm fucking all 5 of y'all gonna make saving throws because y'all just left the squishies.
You know this could backfire and possibly kill all of us,
He
right?
takes 7 damage, and he
Yes.
puts his hand on your shoulder, Caius, and he casts.
Give him everything. Where's Rick at?
You don't
Caius was the one who saved him. He don't care about us.
There's something cool.
Well, no, because he's casting something specific. He's casting.
Enlarge.
Big dick now.
Good energy.
He casts Sacred Weapon on you. So if you use your weapon with positive energy for 1 minute, the weapon is considered magical and then +1 to attack rolls. It's a bright light for 20 feet.
It's like- So, healing word?
Yeah, so that's it. You get a +1 to attack.
So
So it does.
To hit or damage?
To attack, so it's to hit and damage.
And damage? Okay.
So I think it's hit and damage, right, Maka?
Wait, I'm sorry. What?
+1 to attack is hit and damage, or just hit?
Just hit.
Alright, so you get +1 to hit.
Attack is attack. Damage is damage. You'll say hit, attack is damage.
Yes, it's to attack, so it's attack.
To hit.
And then he's gonna take. Oh, he's in range of the other thing, so he's gonna turn to face the big bitch.
Oh my.
Big Bertha.
That's hot.
Okay, it is the big bitch's turn.
He is grappled.
Gonna roll it.
No, he's annoyed from it.
Whose bed is this? Get your mangy mutt. I'm not.
Okay, so it is going to try and bite at.
Get this
It's pretty smart. She isn't too smart. That's a lie.
It is pretty
It is
smart.
pretty smart.
So probably would
Yeah,
be
I got you.
useless to try it anyway. If
No.
it's smart.
He says no.
No,
Unless it's a cantrip.
unless it's a cantrip.
Yeah. Says you can't cast another spell during the same turn except for a
Yeah,
cantrip
it's
that
gonna
has a
attack
cast
since
that
it's
actually
again.
Okay.
It didn't roll very well, so good. That's 13 to hit.
No,
That
sir.
is not a hit. And it's going to roll to try and break.
No, he told me to choose. I never chose.
Alright, it rolled a 16 on the strength saving throw. Thomas, to break your grapple.
To break the grapple and it escapes.
Okay, so it smashes out.
Move your mutts.
Throws it off.
Okay, it's Tintan's turn.
Alright, I'm gonna let my spiritual weapon hit with my bonus action first. 14 plus, I think 5. So yeah,
Oh, that's a
19. Then spiritual weapon, I forgot which one, is level 2. So that's 1d8 plus 2. 8.
Hey, come on, roll that 8.
Oh. 7.
7.
7.
Yes, sir. Now I'm gonna swing my soul
The soul.
of
The
justice.
special soul. Ooh. Actually, you have
Is
to
the
do
soul
it.
feeling good?
Actually,
13.
No, never mind.
Misses.
And I
Just
cry.
ching. It's tied.
God,
You also, there's 2 of the group crying, okay?
All right. Good use of your bonus action. I
Okay,
love it.
it's the snake's turn.
The one that's in Chase booty.
Shut up.
Booty. I mean, you turned around. You're like,
I know.
come get a bite.
Exactly what? I just turned around and I just see him running past. Uh-oh.
Did you finish this?
This snake is gonna like dip down into the water and bring up like the mouth filled with sand. It's gonna
God.
like straight line through one. Through the weapon, you're probably gonna miss Tinton. Yeah, it's a miss Tinton and hit the.
Cargyle
It's
and
gonna hit
octopus.
Korgo, it's gonna hit Caius and the octopus.
It's gonna hit me too.
Wouldn't it
Yeah,
hit his
It's not a straight line?
snake?
Straight diagonal line. It's
Because
right
he
through
is
the middle of the
grappled
two of
by
them.
the
But
snake.
it's 5 foot each side, so it hits both of you.
So think about it. Would it hit his
This
partner?
is a line thing you have.
Because aren't you still grappled?
I can do that.
Yeah, you can try.
Yeah, so wouldn't it hit
I've
its
got
partner
to
too?
freaking place it in the exact right
Yeah, it's
position,
easy.
in the right angle.
It's actually that right angle. There's a couple of them.
Might as well.
No, it would hit. Yeah.
It's a 30-foot line.
Yeah, but there's not one in that angle.
Yes, it is.
Quick question. For me being grappled, it wouldn't
Yes.
hit its friend, would it?
4.
That sounds like friendly fire.
How does it? I'll read how it actually says it.
It's 3 from the bottom. Yep.
No, that's not right.
Not in the right angle. It was the right angle at first. You changed it.
Yeah.
That's it, right?
No.
Yeah, that's right.
No. The X is what it's the snake.
Alright,
Just
so
simple
I
X
see
is
what
the
you
snake.
mean.
It was right the first time. Yeah.
I'm gonna eat you chicken. You cartoon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now move it down. Yeah. I said down.
You know how this is not easy?
Okay, this is very
Up. Nope.
Cal, such a mean
This is
head.
not a good.
Just straight up. And then left. Oh, look on your screen so I'll tell you. There you go. There you go. It hits just Chinye and Cargyle.
Check out some friendly.
This is only a 5-foot line.
No, it's not 5 foot. 60 feet.
Yeah.
I think it's 30.
No, that's the distance, right?
Okay, let me just read it. Eel thrashes his tail, propelling scalding sand 60 feet in a line that is
Yes.
5 feet wide.
Yes, that's 5 foot wide, which is the square.
Yeah, which would just
60
be one
feet.
square. So it wouldn't even
60
hit.
feet is all everybody in that line. So it'd be him, and then a
And
squid.
the octopus, it would not hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't hit kites. So you all have to make a dex saving throw, please. So key boy, fail, and the squid.
19.
19.
Oh wait, I made 19, and then squid. Hold on, 8 on the squid.
Okay, squid fails.
Cargyle.
Oh, I still have the buff.
So Cargyle takes 17, squid takes 17, you take half of 17, which is
I mean,
Six.
So you going down, right down, or up?
down 7.
7.
16 cheek.
No, 6, 7,
Yeah,
8,
six.
8, sorry.
Oh, 8. My bad. I said 7. That's my fault.
Oh no, what just happened?
You need to change your screensaver time on this.
Yeah. Just touch it, Rick.
Yeah, put it on like 30 seconds.
Oh my.
Thanks. Yeah, so it does that. And the squid took 17, right?
17.
Yep.
Yeah, take 17 now.
Okay, so other snake is going to try and bite at your boy there. Rolls a 17 to hit.
Wait, who? Me?
Caius.
Guys.
17?
Hits.
Oh, does
Yeah,
not
hit.
hit. No, it does not hit.
Does that got +2?
Oh yeah,
+2.
he's got
Yeah.
+2 to his armor.
Okay, so yeah, it does it just like
You're
scrapes
Yes,
off
sir.
your bulging muscles. Shay, your turn.
His raging haste.
Raging haze.
I am going to cast. So I'm going to point at Tintin and cast the Wild Mother heals you and cast Healing Word on him. Heal him.
Watch us get hit this time.
My bonus action. Sorry, that's my bonus action.
Okay.
And you,
Ooh, nice. Double max roll.
that is 8, 12 healing.
Nice.
On who?
Tintin. That's my bonus action. And then I am going to cast.
Get off me too.
That was a cantrip.
Huh?
Cantrip feeling word? Is it a spell?
No, spell.
Okay, so you can only cast a
But it's my bonus action.
Yeah, so you can only cast a cantrip. You can't cast two spells.
Yeah, I know. So now as my cantrip Thorn Whip,
Got it. That's what I'm just making sure.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah. I'm gonna hit the one that's grappling Caius still. So what we trying to do is free your ass up.
Come save us.
This is
all over
okay.
there now.
So now both squids are gonna make their tentacle attacks on the big guy.
Okay.
And with an 8-piece.
19, 16, plus 5.
No, two hits.
Fuck 'em up, squids. Fuck 'em up.
First squid is going to hit for 4.
And both of them are gonna grapple him. Now
Why
both
does the
of
squid
them
want to do this?
No hate. Like,
He
yeah.
just chokes him out.
I kind of like the feeling that
7.
Shay is kind of like a Pokemon trainer and he's like,
Gotta shoot you.
choose you.
7, 8, takes 15 damage. And both of them, he needs to make 2 dex strength or DCs.
Oh,
No, wait, they're just grappled, aren't they, if he hits?
No.
Do I have to make a save to get?
No.
I think I save at the end of his turn.
Yeah.
I don't think...
Oh, yeah. They're both
Like,
grapple on.
it's grappled.
Now he's grappled twice.
Yeah.
It's just got the squids like...
Now he's even more annoyed. He's like, what the fuck?
Now he better go through it and go to them.
Absolutely, your turn.
I am a Pokemon.
Next up is
Feels
Fantasia.
good,
Think about
man.
what we can do.
Alright. So I look and I go. Cargata, what the fuck?
You got it.
Bullets and I shoot twice.
What are you shooting?
Lightning bolt
What?
at this snake that's about us, cause fuck that dude first. Alright, so
saving throws.
nope.
What the fuck?
Nope. Hold on.
Y'all got it over
My
there.
God has no loyalty for you guys.
15?
Yeah, exactly.
It's a hit.
15?
Misses. They both missed.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Bullet.
You like sink a bit into the, and you're like, whoa, and you just like
Yeah.
shoot into the water.
Hey, fuck
To
what
the
these
side.
things. And so I move around to the other side of that wall, just so I'm behind it.
Like motherfucker. Oh, wait.
I still can see the snake from here.
Yeah.
Enough to where I can see this snake only. I don't want to get seen by the big bitch.
Oh, you don't want to see it?
Yeah.
Okay, so
There you go, right
Big
there.
Bertha right there, man. Big Bertha.
Okay, Fantasia.
I'm gonna go pull on that hinge, I guess, that I saw on the stump.
Okay, so you walk up to the tree stump.
She said there was something to see there.
I didn't say you had to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
About to find
Well,
out.
So it's like garnish you up and Fantasia's like,
Woo!
Well,
That's just
shiny.
nothing,
do
dude.
you, do you?
It could summon
Out of the corner of my I'm like, what is this bitch doing?
Roll an investigation check.
She's gonna summon a creature to kill the snakes for us.
Investigation.
16.
So you pull off the top. Look at this. How cool is this?
Oh.
Really?
And inside is like a backpack of some kind.
Well,
That
guess
helped us
I'll.
with this battle.
Hey, that backpack
I
may
got it.
have,
And you
like,
look around like everyone's dead. Like,
may have the spell of death or something.
Yeah,
in there.
it's got death and it's just got word
What do you
killing
do with
there.
this?
I'm gonna cast it.
You doing that?
Alright, my bonus action, I take the backpack if that has to
right, so
be.
you just grab the backpack out of them, sling it on your
While
back.
everybody's in the middle of battle, you see Fantasia.
Yeah, no, trust me, like,
Pulling out like a nice dress.
so my handy dandy notebook.
Okay, that's
Jot
Fantasia's
this down.
surprise for you.
Oh my god, we're gonna die.
Still swinging at this bastard.
Oh.
24.
24 hits.
Alrighty.
I can't do none of my big booties.
I can't either. They're all AoE.
Why do you have only AoE spells?
which are touch.
Well, get in there on me then!
It's looking pretty rough at this point.
18.
Hits.
You're a little too close to danger there.
And,
Lord, you need cutting
Well,
words and a whole bunch
next
of
hit.
things.
Well,
God damn it. No.
Could have blind the other
The last one is the snake
Get
finally like
inspiration.
charges out of the way. Okay, so Kargal is going to just wail on the big dude.
Bardic
So
inspiration.
hits.
It works.
Tear him up, tear him up.
You're rolling a lot of ones with Kargal.
Sounds like a great fight for us.
5 full damage.
Sounds amazing.
And then I think he still hits.
Wait.
Yeah.
Never mind, it's too late. Never mind. I'll let it be.
Yeah, motivational skills would be helpful.
No, because I was going to say, added up last time, I forgot about the +1. That'd put me at 14. Would that hit that small one? 14?
No.
It doesn't? Okay, alright.
Because he hit a 15 and didn't hit it.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
16 above.
I thought I was good. I was like, all right. No, okay.
Yeah, Kargal's just like fucking slashing this thing with his axe. Just takes 2 hits on it. Okay.
And it just
It is Big Bitch's turn. He's gonna roll to see if he gets.
Big Bertha. Big Bertha.
He does not get his thing back, so that's good. He is going to. He's gonna bite at Kargal. Just
Taking a
because
bite at a
he
Kargal?
tried 2 times and Tintin didn't do shit, so he's gonna switch to
He
the
said,
other
fuck
thing.
that shield.
and
He
do
said,
that.
fuck that shield.
So that's 10 shield to the way.
Look, I'm like,
Yeah, so hits Kargal.
No, baby, no, baby, no, baby.
he's like, this is the good choice when we had to choose the God.
yeah. Unfortunately, Kai's trying to get greedy. He got the shit slapped out of him. He's like, well, it's time to go.
He does 18 damage and it hits a Kargal.
Oh my god.
Also,
Kargal is looking really fucking rough. Like it bites into him and he's like, oh, and it tears like half of his arm like to the side, and he's looking.
So the fucking charged in. He had it easy.
Oh, shit.
and also, Azul,
Wait,
I went to the wrong college.
that shouldn't go
So-
to HC, Michael.
We'll come back.
I didn't even go to that college, so I cannot.
Can you change it to?
Sleep it and then. Anyway, keep going.
Okay, Tintin, your turn.
Let's fight.
All
You just
right.
see this thing just like sink its teeth into the guy next to you.
My guy want to save him, but my guy like, hey, man.
I like your armor.
I'll pick you up after this.
But you can't be.
Bring it down.
My spiritual weapon.
Close it and bring it back up.
Like
The
close it,
screen.
close it.
No, there's a screen. Just close the screen. Sleep it. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. All right, Mark.
Spiritual weapon 16. Do I hit the big one?
You do not hit the big one. Thanks.
Okay. Now I'm
Do that
swinging
again.
with my sword.
Hits.
All right, that's a hit. And that's 1d8.
Good damn.
Good catch.
That was very good.
That's 10.
10 damage.
Yes, sir.
It's looking
Nice.
rough.
You like. How do you want it? No.
Not
Anything else you want to do?
I can't do very good.
That's it. Okay. It is the big snake's turn. Okay, so.
I thought it was the big
he already-
little snakes.
Sorry, the little snake's turn.
I
Sorry.
must leave. So
My
hold
bad.
on now. Legendary action.
Big Bertha's hating laser beam. Karen mode.
Karen mode.
Oh. Yeah, this one is going to lash around with its tail and shoot a. Actually, it's going to release the grapple, and then it's going to lash out with its tail and shoot like a line of sand across Caius and the squid behind it. Behind him.
You'll get that advantage.
What do they have to roll?
Oh yeah, they have to roll, which is good because they're on 3 just then.
I already got it.
You have to do a dex save. So you have advantage on that.
That's what the advantage is for.
Why are you rolling
16.
2?
One for each.
The other one's not in range. The other one's closer to the creature.
Oh,
That's
wait.
on the roll behind.
This one?
Yeah,
I thought it was.
it's like that. But the other one seems. I think it's on the square ahead, right? So,
Well,
see what I mean?
Technically.
I mean, if you want to roll
But
both
you got-
squids, but I don't think the squids take up 2 squares.
Yeah.
Are they large?
Well, you said
They're
squids. Yeah, they're large.
They're
You said
large, so it
squids.
probably does take up 2 squares.
Yeah.
So fine. For
So
one,
yes,
you
it
hit
hits,
one of
it
them.
hits both squids.
Okay, so one is 16, the other one's 6. So
Okay, and Kai's?
Terrible.
And then-
Terrible full damage.
Oh shit, okay. 5, 8, 15. So 15 damage is full damage.
Why?
So 15. It's
So
bludgeoning,
it's
so half.
Yeah.
And 15 damage to the one that didn't save, and half of that, which is 7 to the one that did save.
okay.
Yeah, that's that heal's turn. And the other one is going to
No,
just bite and chain.
You don't roll with disadvantage. God damn it.
Nat 20.
We are.
Straight in your ass.
Oh!
This thing bites hard as well.
Wait, how does concentration work when I get hit too?
You
Lose
have
constant-
to.
Oh, you gotta roll. He's got to roll.
So you take-
10
you
plus
take-
half the damage.
You take 22 piercing damage.
Oh damn. That means you probably gonna drop it, right?
No, he's not that.
No.
It's full health.
I was full health before.
No. Drop concentration. How does that work?
Oh, yes. So now you have to roll to keep the concentration,
Yeah. So does that
which
mean-
is you have to. It's fuck. I can't remember.
I got you.
It's either plus 10 or half. I think it's half the damage. So you have to beat 11. I think.
Have to beat 11?
I'm pretty sure you have to beat 11 on a con saving throw. It's the damage half or
I think it's
10,
damage half. Yeah.
or above 10. So it's 11. I think you have to beat
Okay.
on a con saving. So 9.
Plus 2?
11.
11.
So you're like this squid's like flicker for a second and you're like they stay there
Holy
and they tighten their grip around the big snake. Shay, it's your turn.
It's my turn now. Oh, goody.
Oh goody.
So I'll just have the squids go first. So they're just gonna make their tentacles,
Slap.
like, you know,
Yeah.
grips on.
Their attacks.
Yeah, their attacks on the big Bertha. First one is a 16.
Misses.
Second one is a 4.
Misses.
Wait,
16 total or 16 plus?
16 plus 21,
So
and then
hits.
9.
Misses.
So the first. And then
Oh, it's not a shot.
5, 10, 13 damage.
This thing's a beast.
So yeah.
Nice.
The only charm I
You do good amount of damage and it stays grappled,
Yeah, and then
which it was anyway. So
I
actually
will,
forgot to break grapple, it doesn't really care.
I will use this. This one's still alive, right?
It is.
Oh.
It is looking very weak. That one.
Yeah.
It's still
I'll
alive.
cast Storm Whip on that one,
Okay.
and that is plus 7 to hit. 16
Hits.
hits, so it's gonna take 2d6 plus 4 damage.
4.
Yeah.
You sure?
Piercing. Yeah.
2d6 plus anything?
No, it's 2d6. It's a cantrip.
Okay, it wasn't that weak looking.
Motherfucker said weak, so I was like,
Oh, 4 damage is not much.
well, sometimes you roll high, sometimes you roll low. Okay.
Yeah,
Welcome
I'm
to
just-
D&D, where
Azul, your turn.
wait.
Oh, that's okay.
And then I'm going to transform
I thought you might.
after
Do
that.
something with a lot of health.
Yeah, with a
Does that cancel squids or not?
no, because
Okay.
I can hold it. I don't have
Got it.
any.
You don't need anything for that.
Yeah, I will transform into a black bear,
A big ass bear.
which
Or
I
a small ass
fucking have. Yeah, boy.
bear. I mean, it's kind of like a medium-sized bear. It needs to be big, like it needs to be like a 25%.
I mean,
larger.
it's
Yeah.
the rank 1. It's the level 1.
Yeah, but it just has a lot of health.
Yeah, it's got a decent amount.
Okay, cool. So yeah, ooh, bear appears. The snake is like, oh, even better.
Fuck.
Sorry. Azul, your turn.
Bullet.
Please, I just need you to hit. Like,
I dropped it laughing.
alright.
Bam. Alright, natural 17.
Yeah.
Alright. 2d10. We could let you with that damn same punk ass snake
It just reminds
thing.
like you close your eyes and it reminds you of popcorn. Popcorn.
I mean, if someone could impale one,
13.
Nice.
Damn it.
Okay. You're shooting at this snake, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
impale, then
I really don't like it.
yeah, heat metal. No, I can use heat metal. And
Anything else?
literally
Nope.
can't
That's
take it out.
about it right there. That's,
Fantasia.
can't do a lot.
Fantasia, you have this awesome rucksack. It seems a bit soggy in your hands.
Throw it at the snake.
It's filled with bombs and it just goes in its mouth.
Yay! Snake eats it. It's filled with healing potions.
Greater healing.
Oh
The
god.
snake doubles in size. Potion of giant growth.
Okay.
The octopus is squash.
Because y'all are all a bunch of
Fine.
I can't seem to call it. I can't. There's no point to that. I'll use freaking majigger. Damn. I just had
What
it.
is freaking majigger? 'Cause I'm pretty
Freaking
sure that's
majigger
not-
translates to
Actually, 12d10.
yeah.
12d10 damage with the majigger.
Yeah, I'll just use. Oh wait, he healed him. Fucking transformed, so he doesn't need help. I'll just try again. Whatever. I'll try and blind that guy over there.
Big guy.
Not big boy, little boy.
So I have to roll a what? Sorry.
Blind. That's a
Constitution.
Constitution.
Saving throw.
It is blind.
Finally. Okay, good. So, yeah.
Gotta have that. Gotta have blind.
He's give me blind. He comes.
Blinded.
Yay! Alright, so big boy can't see. And then I'm going to cast on him because I use level 3, the one in by Che. And he has to roll as well.
I have to roll?
No,
Oh, you're
the
double
one.
casting
Yeah,
blinded?
double cast.
By chain.
Yeah, the one, that one. By the beta.
Con saving throw. He rolls a
100.
12.
Yay, he's also blind.
Wait, you can blind too?
Yeah, if you do it above the level. And I did a higher level version of it.
Oh, nice. So both his little ones are blind?
No, big,
Big
boy
one
and
and
little
little
boy.
Boy and the small.
Oh.
He can barely stay.
Why didn't you do that last round?
Because I saw a fancy trunk, okay?
My lances.
Yeah, but your
Death.
acquaintances.
Oh, you talking about that last
Yeah,
time.
yeah, that last
I
time.
really hate to ruin your game, but both of these have blind sight, so she doesn't make a difference.
There's
Damn!
It's a
That don't mean nothing. Stay don't.
Okay, so do you want to
you
move?
are.
You don't know that. You're like, yes.
Take it off. Just take it off though.
No, they're blinded. They are blinded. It can't see more than 20 feet,
Alright,
which
so.
doesn't care about.
Yeah, she doesn't know what's
You
going
gotta
on.
think about animals.
So, as my bonus action, I'll open the backpack.
I will let you start to look into the backpack, but you won't be able to like rummage around and look anything. The top has got some clothes on.
Oh man.
It's a bonus
I'm about to
action.
look at
Cause
something.
you're about to yell at
You
your
can
ass.
like drink a potion in a bonus action.
Oh no, I'm gonna let y'all have fun with that one.
Caius, your turn.
No, but you will hear something.
Alright.
He just gonna shoot Fantasia.
Like, yo.
She has a very short attention span.
Okay.
Try to hit this guy right now. 19.
It's
Him should be dead.
Be good.
probably.
And then 14, and then 17.
Cool. You slice its head clean off, and the snake like flops into the water, and you see that where it falls back into the like bubbling part, and the bit where the head is clean off, the skin starts to like sizzle. The body is still just like floating in the water. So you have vanquished the first snake.
Snack.
Snack.
And I'm gonna move around chill.
Okay, how exactly are we gonna move around here?
Actually, no. Actually, move right here between the octopus.
Got it. Okay. So you keep within its range of attack.
Between the pussies. I mean,
Whoa, those are octopi, sir.
That's why they're cats.
All right. And I'm gonna
You
take
get
a
another
swing
attack? How many
19.
rounds a minute again? 10
10
rounds.
rounds.
They roll around 5.
19.
Hits.
Terrible. 9.
9 damage.
Yeah.
You get an extra attack though, right?
Yeah, I do have my other attack as well.
Because you killed with the one attack.
No,
You-
I
you
have
to
used
be-
Weapon Master, but I used my first attack to kill him. So I still have the 2 from my
Right,
regular
so you
attack
got
and
two
haste.
attacks.
Yeah.
So that was 9.
Yeah, that was 9 damage for that one.
Okay.
There's another hit, 24.
Hits.
Terrible.
Oh!
10.
10.
Yeah. Oh. Terrible.
Nice. You just you chopping at it. The creature's like getting hit, but it doesn't seem too hurt. It's seeming hurt, but not real.
And he's like
Real
annoyed
bad.
right now. He's like, okay. Fuck you.
Okay, so Cargal is going to be a big pussy.
is it the Cargal or is it the big snake? Yeah, no, it's Cargal, then
Yeah.
the big snake.
I have
So he's going to channel. He's going to grab onto this weird totem on his chest, and you're going to see a big glowing light around him, and all the ripped off shoulder and stuff starts knitting back together, and connecting back, and he starts to look a lot healthier.
Shit, that's some kind of beat. Oh, shoot.
That's
He said,
what
I ain't
you think
fucking
about
behind
that.
him. He said, he ain't fucking. He said, oh, come back to me.
Want some cinnamon? Want some funnel cakes? Want some funnel cakes?
Strawberry top.
I don't want that kind of shit.
Yeah, he's just gonna stay there after doing that and the big bitch is gonna
He's got a lot of targets.
You just killed his
First
baby.
one. Did not regenerate his ability.
I think I killed his baby boo.
What's he gonna do?
I'm sorry, how could you kill my baby boo?
Yeah, I mean he's gonna 50-50 that one.
He's
Yeah.
like, Martha!
He immediately turns to Caius and
Martha!
just lunges at him with a bite. Oh, probably doesn't hit, so that's 12. I'm gonna roll so bad.
Kai's was like, yeah, I killed Martha.
Like nothing fall.
Okay, Tintin, your turn.
Spiritual weapon first.
Yep.
It's
Why I keep on forgetting what spiritual weapon is? I think it's a D8.
You said
I
1d8.
believe he did say that last time.
1d8 plus 2, I think you said?
Yep.
Okay.
6. And now I'm swinging at him with my sword.
Swing at him with the sword.
17.
Misses.
Wait.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
17.
Well, actually, wait a minute. Just hits.
Oh, shit. Same thing, D8. Hey. Alright, 11.
Oh, shit, I see you. Gone, Reverend.
Yeah, you start wailing on this mega monster thing. Okay, it's the small snake's turn.
About taking another bite to Chinye's ass.
Yeah, I mean
My
they're
bear
not too
buns.
smart.
The bear buns.
That is a 24 to hit.
Oh, that's very close, but yes.
But it indeed still hits me.
That is 9 damage.
Okay.
Piercing damage as it sinks its teeth into your hiney. The hiney bite. Chenye, it's your turn.
My turn. I'm gonna turn around
And all this
bite it back.
Bite back.
Bare necessities.
This bear bite back.
Bear bite back. 12.
You can't quite get your jaws around its girth.
Alright. I'm gonna
Fuck,
my claws. 15.
Yeah, you clawed it and you're just coming up against scaly hide.
Shit. Alright, my 2 squids will attack the big squid. Not big squid. Big
That
snake.
is not a squid.
17 and 18
damn,
plus. Yeah, naturally plus 5. So
Both it.
they
split.
slam.
Fucking squid.
They want the last hit.
MVP squids.
And whipping his ass.
So you like those Obama
First
and
squid
Trump?
is
No,
9
that's-
damage. Second squid is also 9 damage.
18.
18.
9.
Trying to show their daddy they good. Father, look at us.
Look at this. You'll summon us again, right?
When you're a higher level, you'll remember that we were good.
Not dropping Obama.
Absolutely. Oh, wait, do you want anything else?
I remember
Are you good?
Yeah, he's the boss.
That's all your turn.
I'm like, look at this big ass thing about me and like,
Bullet.
play the ball real quick. Pretty much. Chaos bolts at this thing by Chinye. Let's see here.
Chaos bolts.
Wait, by me or by?
No, at it. Level 1. Chaos control. So it is going to be. Don't fuck it up. Don't fuck it up. Don't fuck it up. Oh, good. Natural 19.
That's a hit.
Alright, so that's 2d8 first.
I'm on spring duty.
Thanks.
8. Plus a d6.
Oh, look at you. Bringing out the big guns.
Alright, that is 13 thunder damage.
Thunder.
Thunder.
Thundercat.
Oh.
Anything else?
We actually should have made a whole
Good damn!
Yeah.
Blast it.
We actually should have made a whole
This one
bunch
hasn't
of
actually taken that much
Could have been the
damage.
Thundercat.
Mostly the big guy.
Yep.
Could have made a whole bunch of bats.
Fantasia, what would you like to do?
Shit, man.
Just mad because I can't really do damage because I'm fire. I will.
Look in the backpack.
Yeah.
I mean, it's covering something in that backpack.
Yeah, I'll look in the backpack.
Simon,
out a
Simon
lot.
is trolling,
Roll
alright?
an investigation check.
Fucking trolling Simon.
That's 14.
14. Yeah, you rummage through the backpack, and it has a number of items of clothing and some boots and a small ring at the bottom of the backpack.
Thank you, fantastic.
Alright, so
I'm like,
I see that. and
And as she's looking, you just see people fly. See
Wacky Wayland,
like
Wacky
octopus tentacles, laser beams, shooting.
Wacky Wayland,
Like, you see like Kaya's like jumping off a rooftop.
you know what this fight is? It's the one at the beginning of the group. Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy with Groot.
Yeah.
Yes! Everybody's like fighting in the background.
alright, and I'll cast as my bonus action Acid Splash on the snake behind Shay.
Added acid splash.
Yes.
Does it splash?
It splashes.
Okay,
Gotta-
roll.
Gotta do that
need to roll.
dex.
Alright, so it's
And since it's a high dex, I
guess she thinks
most
she's
likely
like,
gonna-
I blinded him.
Yeah, she feels like she's blinded, so she's not
Wait,
worried.
do you have that splash?
Yeah, acid
Is it a
splash.
spell?
Yeah, it's a cantrip.
Is it prepared?
Oh, got it. No, he just gets cantrip. Sorry, I'm just reading it.
It's
Creatures you
splash.
you have above the concept one of two creatures. If you choose to, you must target must succeed. Oh no, you don't have to. I'll say change.
Oh, nice.
So
I
one
got scared for a second.
must succeed a dex saving throw.
Give him a little
Yeah.
splash of acid.
Most
Just a little
likely.
splash there, you know.
I rolled a natural one, so that's not.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
That actually
96
took
acid
all
damage.
It takes 7.
7.
Woo!
Nice.
I hope that backpack is working.
Help to focus.
I have to focus.
Caius, your turn.
All right, I'm gonna wail on this little guy over here.
Yeah, I said little guy.
Cut him down to size, partner.
Catch that dragonfly.
What was that, a 6?
Yeah, it is. That's not enough. On to the next attack.
First attack.
All right, that's it.
13 plus whatever you got up there.
18.
Nice.
Now the next attack. Ooh, next attack. Oh, that misses.
Come on, raging haste.
I'm trying. I was grappled the whole match.
So Cargal. What's Cargal gonna do? He's just gonna win.
He uses Wrath of the Gods.
Nice.
First attack misses.
God.
Second attack misses. Okay, Cargal fucking sucks.
Oh
my God.
you doing big lizard time.
Big ass lizard dude.
He's blinded.
He's blind.
Oh wait, first of all.
He's grappled.
Twice.
Okay, so he is going to.
Use Tail Swipe.
He's going to move to here.
Isn't he grappled?
He's grappled by two things.
Yep.
Okay. He is grappled by two things.
Yeah, he's trying to.
Yeah,
butt
yeah,
blast
Simon. Yeah.
He's trying to butt blast y'all. That's what he's
I've forgotten to actually roll for it every time. But
He-
he's still going to
got
butt
it-
blast people.
He got his sand blast.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, so he's just going to blast you two.
What?
Straight
Why?
Because he can't move.
He can turn his head with
There's the most people he can get with the sand blast.
it.
Yeah, this is the
Roll
most
a,
in a line.
Dex saving throw.
Trying to get me in a sore hit.
Woo! Hey,
Plus
baby.
2.
Plus
No,
dex.
no, he has
Plus one.
0.
I think 13.
So you go to yours?
And yours was
18.
No, I got plus one.
What's your saving throw?
Oh wait.
No, no plus 1. 13.
13. Yeah.
Butt blast. Oh wait, what is it as a bear? What is it as a
I
bear?
think I'm gonna take 10 damage.
Oh, you're right. I'm in bear form right now.
you take you take 8 damage, 17 damage.
17 damage.
Yes, sir.
I rolled so badly this fight in general. And then he is going to bite at. He's just going to bite straight down at Tintin. I rolled a 3, so he doesn't do anything. I've literally not hit his attack at all. in this
Your
whole
shit was
fight.
still there, you
You
know?
hit with light.
No, not with the main guy. The main guy's bite it does a lot
No,
more
he didn't.
damage. He's
He
not.
hasn't bit
He
you.
almost ripped his thing
Oh
out.
no, he
Yeah.
did. He
Yeah,
did.
he
bite
got
Cargo.
Cargo.
He
He
did
got
bite
Cargo.
Cargo. That's true.
Alright, spiritual weapon first.
Oh,
Nat
20.
That's like my little what MKL.
Hell yeah. Nat 20. Nat 20.
What
all of
doing
the
that to
MKL.
even do anything for spiritual
Nah,
weapon?
probably
Can
not.
it crit?
Can it crit? Does it, yeah.
I mean, I don't
I
see
would
why
assume
it
it
wouldn't
can.
be.
Yeah,
it's
why
still
not?
the hit.
I think
You
it
just
would.
double the dice, right?
Just double.
Just Google what if you can.
That's correct. The glove.
Spiritual weapon.
Spiritual weapon crit.
Man,
I would
they don't
assume-
say anything about crit.
I'm pretty sure.
None of them do.
No, spells do. Because it's a spell, so. I'm assuming it probably can because it's a weapon. But
It doesn't say anything on spiritual weapon. It doesn't say anything about crit.
I think you can.
Yes, an attack roll means the possibility for a crit. It would also appear that additional damage dice from other effects is also doubled, such as sneak attack, which would mean the spells like Hex would double if the attack was triggered them as a crit.
So yes.
Yeah. It's just it's whatever dice you roll is critted, but the added. So basically, if you roll a 2d10 and you get like a 6, then it's 12 plus whatever.
Well, 2 plus
2.
wow.
4.
2, so 4.
You roll a 1.
So yes,
4 damage.
yes.
Wasted.
So it's a whatever. It's a D4 plus 2,
Not D8.
D8 plus 2. So that's what it'd be.
So
It'd be
you roll 4.
I swing on him. And that's a hit.
That's a hit. It's looking a bit rough right now.
Oh yeah, that too. That 4.
Wow. I mean, at least you're hitting. I haven't hit at all.
I'm hitting low. That's 7.
If it was like big damage, like 2, 5,
Yeah.
6. It is the big snakes, or the middle-sized snakes, does not get his thing back. So yeah, it's gonna bite Che.
Hey, Che, ain't you still
Nice.
I popped out from the blast, sand blast. Because for some reason he went after us while there's literally
Because it went to hit the most people it could hit in a line without, and it couldn't move. So it was gonna move
And hit
and
all
it shoot all
everybody.
3 or 4, but it couldn't. So it shot whatever it could hit more than one of, which was you two.
I would imagine it would attack the thing when it's doing the most damage. So but, okay, I guess.
It has +3 intelligence of 14
Yeah.
already. It's not dumb.
ain't dumb. So I ain't mad about it. It
It's a
happened.
monster.
That's fine.
No, I'm not mad about it. I'm just explaining. Yeah, I got sand blast.
you out? Oh.
By the way,
Yeah.
22 to hit.
Wait, can he even see him? 5, 10, 15, 20?
No, this guy is
he's
biting
20,
him.
20.
Yeah.
He's talking about glass. He can
Oh,
see
the
20.
Yeah, but he just shot it in a straight line.
Yeah. You don't
Wait.
need to see him.
He could
5,
see.
10, 15, 20.
Yeah.
He can see. Yeah, he
Yeah,
can see him.
and you wouldn't need to see him anyway. You should
Well,
just shoot.
it might have affected its choice.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Choice there.
Oh.
But anyway,
Y'all
uh,
calm down. Say something to save my ass, okay?
Well, he's trying to get me in his
He take half the damage when he get hit. He needs to get hit. I mean,
That's 22 damage. 22 piercing damage. It like sinks its teeth.
Oh. No.
So
No,
I'm unconscious.
So this snake just like swoosh, like bites into Che, and he just goes down into the water.
I'm not in the water. I'm still on top of the water.
And the snake like lifts its head up, dripping fangs, and it like straight to the next target.
Well, that's me.
Wait, what that mean? I lose concentration, right? So
Oh yeah, the 2 squid disappear.
oh
That definitely means you lose.
Them
It
boys
was
is doing
grappled,
work.
and now it's not.
It's like kill next time. So it would have been Che's turn. So death saving throw, please.
Wait, touch the screen. Touch the screen.
I do.
Come on, screensaver.
wait, how did this
So
say?
you roll. It's just a
Just roll
d20.
D20.
If you roll above 10, it's success. Below 10, it's a fail.
If it's 20, you get.
Natural one is 2 death saves.
Well, I already know what I got.
So you are one more turn in.
My chest. My
So
blade.
you start sinking under the water. That's why you like. All that stuff. You see him just slip under the water slightly.
Oh no. If only Fantasia would have got.
Somebody didn't spend 2 turns in the damn
That's his
backpack.
turn. Azul, your turn. There's
Okay,
a snake like
okay.
slithered right up on you.
This fucking snake is next to me.
I don't want
Okay.
to
Uh-oh, he about to grab his booty.
About the lever now.
I have it right behind you, so I'm not sure if you would see it, but you can decide.
And that's why I rolled.
You heard somebody scream.
I heard.
So,
What?
at this point in time, I can't do my old school levitate because you found out I was wrong. But I
You
can
can
back
do
up
it.
team.
Well, only after you cast the spell.
No, I can do it before or after I cast the level 1 spell.
Before or after?
Nice.
Okay.
But I'm still casting level 1 spell.
I trust Markel.
No, I mean,
His
yeah.
Reddit rules like 400 times.
Yes,
I
indeed.
believe that he knows what he's saying.
Come on.
Yeah. It says you can cause gust of winds to surround you before or after you cast first level or higher.
It is an action. It just-
With
Yeah, that's engaged.
Still won't be able to. So I might as well let it go.
okay, so I'm back up 10. That way my spells aren't a
At disadvantage.
disadvantage, and I cast Chaos Bolt
I go before.
at level 1,
He can go ahead.
and I also add the sorcery points to that, so that I double it.
Okay.
I shoot 2 Chaos
You're doing
Bolts.
double bolt.
Sure am.
Go ahead. Do your attacks.
Double them bolts up in there,
Trying for
man.
you, baby. I'm gonna re-roll that with my inspiration that I got.
Okay, please mark it up.
That was inspiration.
Okay, 17.
Hits.
All right, and then the other one. Shit, 10.
Misses.
So we got where's my 8? 12. What was it? 12. Shit. Trying to think what it was. Chaos Bolt.
Lightning? Last time it was lightning.
Yeah, I know, but it changes from Chaos Bolt. Depending on what you did.
It's a chaotic lightning.
Poison.
Poison? It's fine. Yeah, it
Alright,
takes
cool.
damage from poison.
Good.
So it's resistant to fire. So.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so you blast it with the chaos bolts and it keeps coming for you.
No, sorry. What do you mean?
So what else you do? You're running like
He
fuck.
jumps into the tree stand.
You climb by plantation.
Remember, you only get half movement.
That's why I went 15.
He did only go.
I did my thing that makes me go back 10.
Yeah,
Where I used to
you
levitate.
can levitate back.
Yeah.
He used his ability properly instead of cheating like fuck.
I go into the sky, to the clouds.
Fantasia, your turn.
Alright, so
God
pick
damn.
my head up from the backpack.
And you're like, oh shit,
I
that's a
see,
snake.
I see, oh shit, there's a snake, and
Wait,
also,
wasn't Che
where the
was
fuck
there?
did Che go? So, I'm gonna cast Healing Word on what I see is floating down to the bottom there. Level 3 Healing Word from my lovely mandolin, and heal my boy. I don't want my boy to die.
He's not underwater.
No,
No, he's not underwater.
I'm above water.
Well, I
He's
did
not
say you were
under.
sinking under the water. It does say a creature that you can't see.
Well, guess what? Well,
I see him.
His hand is like,
Yeah.
well, wearing the ring, you stand and move across any surface as if it were solid ground. So it's solid ground.
Yeah, but you stand and move across. You're not standing. It doesn't magically make you immune to going underwater anyway.
But that is the.
Either way, I'm just
Also,
with
it's
you.
shells.
That's fine. I can see.
I was gonna be like, I'm about to say that is the shallow spot anyway. So.
I mean,
it's still,
it's in one
it's
step
still
back.
like.
He was about to say, you're really trying to kill me right now.
I was about to be like, are you serious?
Go ahead and roll your.
Alright.
Burning.
So let's,
So it's 1d4 plus your spell casting. Unless the mandolin
No,
does
I think
Oh no, high level. These
He's
increase by
level
1d4 per level.
Per level, yeah.
So it's 3d4 plus whatever your spell
Oh,
casts.
damn, that's Cure Wounds, which he's too far away for. Yep, so yeah, it's that.
Well, you only need to stabilize it.
8. Oh, no, he gets 12.
Yeah, so you sort of, and then you just breathe in a whole ton of like toxic water and just like sit up in the water.
And then you take acid damage.
Yeah.
And the snake goes.
Poison. Fuck this shit, dude.
Okay, so yeah, no, you're still prone. You'll have to get up on your next turn.
Oh.
But you might want to just stay looking dead at this point. You know. Caius. I'm sorry, do you want to do anything as your bonus action?
bonus action.
Or movement.
I'm just gonna.
Put the ring on.
Stop, no.
Vanish! Saruman's!
Summons 3 new giant snakes.
No, I'll
I am
just
Saruman.
no.
Snake.
Heals all serpents in radius.
Was a Goku? It's a sensu bean.
It's the ring of serpent summoning.
The other will come back alive.
I
His
know.
head get brought back.
I'm gonna try and see. Just acid flash fucking sucks. And see if it does more damage to just hit it with firebolt.
You're doing acid splash?
No, firebolt. I know it doesn't do as much.
Don't you get like 2 attacks?
No, that's if I attack. Oh shit, is it in normally? I thought it was just if I
Nothing.
attack.
It's done. No. Yeah, it's done.
Anyway, 16 and
Wait, 16 to hit? That
Yeah.
That does hit.
and that doesn't hit, so it only gets hit by 1.
Wait, but,
Wait, you can get
Yeah,
two
bonus.
spells?
he did bonus
It
action.
was a bonus action. It's a cantrip.
Yeah, but you can't cast it twice in one turn.
Yes.
Can you cast
No,
one?
it does 2d10. Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of my other spell. So he gets to take. Ooh, yay! He took 20 damage from being hit.
20 damage from a fire cantrip that you can cast
Wait,
twice.
did I
I'm
do
really
that?
confused. That
No,
seems
I did
wrong.
it once. Yeah, it's 2d10 damage.
I have a cantrip that's
Cantrip.
2d10. My lightning bolt is 2d10.
Okay, takes 10 damage.
Yeah, so half of that is 10.
Yep.
Cool. Alright, fair enough. Anything else you're doing?
That was my bonus action. So
Okay.
You on the move?
I mean, I'm in its range, so
Okay.
I'm not doing well either way.
Caius, what do you want to do?
Alrighty. About to swing on guy, but I'm about to use Great Weapon Master and Reckless Rapist.
Whoa. Whoa. Thank God I'm not over there.
17.
Just hits.
That gives me the base of 10 damage already. Motherfucker. That's 18, then that's 20. Hold on. 25.
Nice.
Alright. My next attack. 16.
Misses.
Alright, next attack. My last one. Come on, big.
That's a miss.
That's another miss. Damn. That's my turn.
Okay.
My turn.
It's a Gengar's turn now.
Use Dream Eater.
Did you add your +1 for the?
Yeah, I did. Still miss. Still miss.
Yeah, he's just gonna swing.
I mean, it's literally
Miss.
low. It's not even under home.
Who are you swinging at?
No, he was swinging at the big thing.
He misses.
It was
the
Oh, Kaga? Oh my god.
Okay, it doesn't regenerate this thing. It's
Woo!
not grappled. It is going to. What's it gonna do?
No, but you actually rolled for it.
I haven't even told y'all about the goddamn collars that's over there. Because he's too busy trying to stay alive. Yeah, that's why he haven't said
Yeah,
nothing
it's going to just go for a bite on Caius again.
Bring it on.
It rolled probably a miss, 14.
Doesn't he?
Miss! Tintin, your turn.
Spiritual weapon. Natty one!
It just stands there. He's like, attack! And it's like,
It swings and just hits Tintin in the face.
Nat 20 for me.
ooh.
Nice.
Alrighty.
That was the
So.
inspiration he needed.
Now hit that 8.
Just
you
letting
gotta
you
use
know,
your- you gotta
it
use
has
your
7
sword.
health.
To attack.
Ah!
Twice.
Pay one choice.
And spell and
So-
attack.
Alright, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
How do I want to do this?
But you are right.
I saw it trying to attack Caius. So right when it saw it trying to attack, I just slashed right down in his neck. Right where it comes, where his eye is, like right there. Put his brains out.
Oh,
That's fine.
okay, so it bites at you, it misses, it rears back, and suddenly just blood just sprays all over you, Caius, and his brain just flops out onto the floor.
The big one?
Yeah.
Yeah, he slices his
That's,
face
uh,
with it.
That's good memories for Caius.
Dead.
He remembers the good old days of blood showers.
Oh, he ain't grappled anymore. He's
He's
been.
definitely not grappled.
Yeah.
Grappled by the clutch of death at this point. Okay, so the big snake
You're about to take a bite out of crunch.
gets enraged.
5, 10, 15.
Oh yeah,
Something grows
it's
gigantic.
going to attack Fantasia.
Cast enlarging itself.
That is...
It's evolving.
Say 20 to hit.
Changes into
That
Arbok. It turns into Arbok.
Bro.
Say that. I mean, those are Ekans right now.
You know Ekans backwards is snake, right?
Thank you.
Does 18
Fun
damage.
fact.
18 damage?
Bites you for 18 damage and sinks its fangs into your body.
I like the
that.
backpack.
With that, I'm
Backpack,
hitting it with
please.
hellish rebuke.
Okay, go ahead. Rebuke it hellishly.
Hellishly. I was searching for something, so just get mad that it ruins my backpack looking, and hit it with that. So let's see what I do. Watch it be terrible.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Oh, fuck.
You have like steam coming off the.
They're cool, right?
Yes, I saw
fucking
it.
They
badass.
look
Yeah.
bubbles and stuff.
Oh, move it.
Yeah. She got mad, but not quite mad enough because that did 12 damage.
12 damage, that's not bad.
That's pretty good.
Like how all the fights on half the screen.
It's looking a bit rough.
That's usually how it is.
So, all you see is me come running. Hurt.
Oh, you came back there. Oh.
Yeah.
It is, wait, so it's Chenya's turn.
My turn.
You are very injured with getting out of the swamp.
It's like,
Near Death, Chapter 2.
Only me and Shay have.
So I use my action up to
squishy
get
ones.
up, right?
Half your action to get up. Half your movement to get up. not
Half
all.
a wait.
But they did
You
definitely.
still have your action.
Yeah.
I'm going to cast Healing Word and Healing Spirit on me. So Healing Word.
Hey, I know those
1d4 plus 4.
Come on.
7.
We all about to
Oh
drink
no,
them
you
all.
died again.
I am not feeling too well.
But we did some work, okay? All they is sitting in the village.
They
So
know.
hitting spirit on your next turn. Yes.
They got hit with a fireball.
Anything else you're doing? That was it, right? That's just
We
everything.
might
Yeah.
have to take a car down.
I'm good.
No.
Okay, Azul, your turn.
Bullets.
Go ahead, shoot it.
Yes. 21.
Hits.
21. And I'm going for the third.
The jugular. The jugular.
For the jugs.
Ooh, 17.
Ooh. Shit.
God damn it!
This one really didn't take a whole ton of damage.
It's about to fucking
Look,
evolve. y'all.
it didn't take a whole 10, 20, 30, 40,
It's mostly only in your-
57. Yeah, I know. I just put 57 into this shit. I'm dumping bullets, y'all. I'm just pow, pow.
It is looking quite rough.
Yeah, okay.
So, remember half movement. So you get 20 for you.
For me?
Not
Okay.
tasty.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
not moving.
Yeah.
So I can move
So
forward.
he can move 40.
Yeah.
But you won't be able to swing.
Yeah, I will.
Oh, okay.
I'll make it. That's what I was counting.
Yeah. So Azul,
I'll make it
anything
right
else
behind.
you're doing, Azul? Fantasia.
Well, there's two options here. Whatever. It's Fantasia. So I'm gonna swing at Daddy over there.
I have to give everything to
Yeah, I know, you fair,
guys
it's
do
fair.
so much damage each turn.
I'm not mad. God damn.
You using a repeater?
Oh, is that a 14?
17?
Yeah, 17.
Just hits.
Alright. So. Might as well roll for the second while I'm at it. Oh, and another 17.
Hits as well.
So. I'll be plus 6.
Yeah,
15 damage.
that's fine. Just,
Total?
Yeah.
Okay, it's looking real rough.
And on that note, then I will use my bardic inspiration
What?
to smack his bitch ass again with which one is it? Slicing Fury or Mobile? Yeah, Slashing
Hey,
Fury.
I'm playing D&D, so I gotta get off the phone.
You on stream?
No,
Rick?
yeah, I'll do mobile floors.
You on stream,
just in
Rick?
case. So I'm gonna
love you.
attack it with that extra D. It's a extra D8. So he gets smackadackled again.
So how does that work? You just add it.
Yeah, son of a bitch. I hate this world. So he's going to take a good old bit of 1 extra damage and move back 5 feet.
Okay, he moves back. The one he can move back, he takes 1 extra damage.
Oh my god.
He's looking slightly more or not rough than the last time. Caius, your turn.
Just slide over the stairs.
Just over the top.
Sleep.
Bard just hints out of the way.
Actually, never mind. You probably make me roll for that.
What?
To try to leap over that
You,
fucking
if you roll an
stairs.
athletics check, allow it.
Don't fucking do it.
Wait, wait. Is that a strength check?
No, it's not
Athletics.
athletics.
He's trying
Yeah.
to leap over the.
I'm gonna fucking leap over the
It's still a strength thing check. Or is it
Athletics
only?
is dex, I think, not strength.
Oh,
No, athletics is for
Yeah.
athletics.
Oh, it is.
So you get a
I
advantage.
get an
right?
advantage on you.
Yeah. Go ahead with the heroicness. Yeah. Whoa, wait a minute. Oh no.
11?
He did not.
11, like you scramble up it, like really ungainly. You like run, you like
But you do kind of just get onto the top of the wall. But you get to like here. You don't get to jump down. You just get to there. But you could. It's still in range. But it's not like a jump off. It's more like a.
All right.
My poke backwards
Alright.
did something.
Shake a bitch.
No, 18 because I got that plus
Hits.
1.
Like I said, that little poke pushes just in range.
You needed 3 damage. So
Okay, it's
you just quickly skew it through the head. And it just like.
And the dude's like,
Hopefully nobody saw Kai's trying to be fancy and saw
I
that
did.
fail. He's like, oh,
Chase on the whole thing. Dude, I saw the whole thing.
you got the best angle.
You're like, am I dying?
Yeah.
But yes, you defeat the serpents in a glorious and and the lake or the marsh goes quiet-ish, but you still hear the chirping and stuff. And there's these huge serpent bodies just like lying, like half submerged or floating. One is getting slowly dissolved in the acid of the area. What would you guys like to do?
Potions.
So guys,
Yeah. First off,
Potions now.
let's start drinking.
Wait. I can swap my healing spirit to everyone.
Pick
As long
someone.
as you're 30 feet within.
How long?
Well, it was only 1 turn, so I get 9 turns, right? 60 seconds.
That works.
So
So it's
9.
9 times a roll, basically.
9 times.
okay.
roll.
Just
So he gets to
Roll.
decide who.
yeah.
Do you want me to roll it for each one, or just once, and then just times 9, and I can?
What are you gonna do? Like, how are you gonna heal?
Well, I was gonna heal.
Just tell us to stand in the circle and be like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm just.
He got
Are
the
you
little
doing each
tongue.
person 1 time, each person 2 times, doing 1 person 3 times?
Whoever looks the roughest.
Oh.
Try it 10 times first.
Yeah.
Well, you're the roughest.
Yes.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
you
you'll
heal
finish
yourself.
So
yourself.
fine, I'll top myself off with 2 heals.
Ooh. Ew.
Wait, D6.
so while y'all doing that, my guy said, I saw 2 collars
3.
all the way on the other side. I wasn't going about to try to get the collars.
I don't think wasn't they on this next before?
10.
The
I think
ones?
it was on these
1.
too.
Yeah, why would you get it then? He's no
4.
problem. I mean points.
No, I'm just saying, so next time so we can
7.
understand about
So
these
who's,
collars.
who's getting 7?
Tintin's getting 7.
So 7 heal.
I got 7. That leaves us.
So you got 3
5.
more.
Yeah, 3 more. Who else is looking?
Just heal the rest of them.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take 2
I
of
got-
the potions.
I'm
2
not
iron
looking
ones.
well at all.
And that's
You're not looking well?
4.
You're gonna get 2 more.
Yeah,
Plus
I'm
4?
and I still got that other one you gave me.
6.
Oh no, it was
Are
1d4
you-
plus 4, 1d4 plus 2, and then a healing potion.
Yeah,
For the
I'll heal
minor
myself
potion?
for the last
Yeah.
one.
I have to pull it up.
Nice. Oh yeah, I still have a potion.
Yeah. Oh, you needed
One.
to get healed?
It's
I'll heal
okay.
you.
I'll
I'll heal you for
I'll
5.
take the potion.
No, just take 5.
I'll use this potion of
Oh, it's,
healing.
sorry, it's 2d4 plus 2.
Yeah, I forgot I had this. So
No, heal for 5.
with that, we lose.
Can I get some potions too?
All right. So with that,
Please mark off how many potions you're using.
Correct.
Okay, yeah, I'm doing
You
it right
use
now.
2.
Yeah, I'm using 2, which gives me the full health. So
Cool.
How much are they? I mean, what are they rolls?
yeah, I'm gonna.
it's 2. It's 2d4. Yeah, and plus
2d4
2.
plus 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how
So,
many more?
Remember, I took 3 from
We had. Yeah, he already
You took
had
3 from him or
Yeah.
2?
Yeah,
So I
remember,
have-
when I took 3 and I took 1 already, so I had 2 still. So I used the 2 already.
Okay, so you've used so 2 and you've got 3.
Yeah.
So 5 potions have been removed so far.
Because you said we had found 40, right?
I think I said 40, yeah.
Yeah. So I had 35 left.
I need
Yeah.
some of those, please.
I'll toss you 5 and I'll toss you 5.
You got Korgal.
Korgal is
He'll be alright.
actually okay. He's like
All right. I'll
he's
toss
at
both of you 5.
35 and 58, so he's not too bad.
I'll take one of them. You
He,
said
he can lay on
2d4.
hands himself.
Yeah,
30
2d4
health.
plus 2.
Fucking insane.
Oh,
Can I get 2 potions, please?
Oh, 2 potions? Alright.
Yeah.
I'll toss you 2 potions as well.
Yeah, just mark how many you have
What did
left
they heal?
total.
1d6 or 1d4?
I have 24.
2d4
D4.
plus 2.
2d4 plus.
Yeah, so the healing potions are the number of dice plus the number of dice. You know, so it's like it's 3d6 plus 3 or
2d4. So that's 7.
I'm gonna use one. I'm gonna just.
If you only use 1,
No, 9 plus
I need
5.
more, but I'm.
oh,
14.
Cargill does say, "Please remember, these belong to my village."
Hey, I thought you said you didn't remember.
I mean, he's not dumb. You're all chugging potions.
But he didn't know we got it from a crate. We could have brought that with us from the other.
Okay, fair enough.
God.
Man, I'm glad we have so many of these potions on hand.
Got that from Golana.
Man, Boom Boom makes the best healing potions.
No, he's on a ship.
Remind
We
you
know
that
that.
you are good, not evil characters.
Yes.
This would
Yeah.
definitely put you into the neutral zone, not the good
Yeah,
It's
zone.
about
we're
right.
also
I'm
near
neutral.
death. Okay? Death changes.
I use one. I use one.
So,
I got you.
I'm noticing this now. It won't happen now, but if you do more things like this, it could change
course.
your
Renown.
leaning.
Life?
I think I'm chaotic neutral, so.
Yeah. I'm neutral
You
ish.
can't be careful.
No, not now.
I think
You're-
barbarians are chaotic neutral.
No, they're chaotic.
Claude
That don't mean they're
not-
chaotic.
Oh.
Claude would not align with you in any way.
Oh,
You
okay.
have to be good.
So
Claude is
my
a
guy
good
will say
player.
something in a little bit.
The one who used the most?
Yeah. Yeah, the one who used the most?
I use 3.
Exactly.
He used the most.
Talking about y'all should not.
Same.
You just don't.
He wants to say, hey, Caius. Well, wait until we
Just
play.
keep going. Keep
All
going.
right,
Okay,
so
anyway.
with that, I'm gonna finally see what these clothes and rings are in this backpack.
So yeah, there seems to be like a selection of super soggy clothes, and like I said, like a silver and gold ring.
Fantasia,
So,
what is your problem?
sauce.
We was in the middle of the battle. Chinye went down. You did not help until the end.
I'm pretty sure I saved Chinye's life.
At the end, when you could have killed it or helped me hit this damn thing.
I didn't see what was happening, honestly. I saw something
Yes,
that
you were in a freaking backpack the entire time.
It bothered me. I mean, there was just something about that stump. It didn't look right. So
You
I
worry
was
about it after the fucking people are off the battlefield.
First of all, I didn't notice a giant snake. Okay.
What?
I was too busy looking at that stump. So then the backpack caught my
Fantasia,
attention.
you are not deaf.
Then I all of a sudden hear death gargles, and that's when I turn around and see, oh, Chinye is not there anymore.
Fantasia.
What's
Fantasia.
up? What's up?
Stop this conversation right now because I'm about to get upset. Yes, you did know we was in the battle because we both was in front of the big ass snake. The big ass snake, so you know it's others.
It was pain. It was yelling. It was shots. It was bullets.
Everybody was fighting. So you telling me you was over here doing that the whole time?
All right, I think we need to head to the city.
No,
Y'all should argue back on the boat.
I need somebody to help me go to those.
We have to walk
those
that
spots
way
over there.
anyway. We'll walk that way. But what the? And I just walk off with you.
I'll walk over here to get
I'm
these.
gonna walk.
And are you walking with me? Cause I asked you to come with me.
I'm investigating the
Okay,
giant snake
nice.
before it
We need to give
dissolves.
those potions back. I just want to use the potions while we was fighting, so we can
I was
heal.
walking with
And then we need to just give those potions back to them.
I feel
because they're gonna need it
horrible
later
after
on.
drinking all
Yeah.
We don't have to tell.
I
of them. Now I feel we should give it
Two
back.
times. Just, we say, hey guys, we need your help. We can make it look good. It's okay.
Not
It's
look
okay.
good. Let's just give it back to
Yeah,
them.
we be good people. I know.
Yeah, I know I'm wrong for taking something, but we needed it for this battle. I'm sorry.
Think
No,
of it as
it's us three because we walked away.
Yeah, there.
I didn't want to be by him while.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I can turn the screen off because it doesn't matter about that.
Okay.
So you guys are heading over to try and pick up those collars, I'm assuming.
Yes.
And look and see if there's anything else around us of interest.
Okay, so yeah, you go over and you pick up these really heavy, like metal, like they look like manacles. Yeah, so they're very heavy. They probably weigh about pounds. I don't know. Like they probably weigh about 200 pounds each.
Are they able to fit
They're
in the bag?
really heavy. They're too big to fit inside the bag of holding.
Gonna fit in the bag of holding.
You wouldn't be able to like shape them in a way that you could put them into it.
Well, if it's
basically.
open, I can go that side in and then.
You cannot. You try hard and you can't. It is very heavy and cumbersome, but they are some kind of like chunky metal. Like it doesn't look like steel. It's something else.
Do you think we should take this with us?
How? I can pick it up.
I see we just leave it here.
And then Kai's
Just head
gets
to the
exhausted.
city.
Oh, yeah,
I say what you just said.
Basically, you unrage and you like suddenly become super lethargic.
What are these? Cauldrons?
No, collars.
Collars.
I really think that we need to take these collars with us, like get them to come
Can
here.
I examine it to see
Yeah, well,
why it's
that's
broken?
happening. Did that?
You're looking to see if it's broken.
Mhm.
Okay.
Like, did it get ripped off or just fell off?
Roll an investigation check.
I think we should get them to help us bring it, like get a wagon to help us bring it to our ship, so that somebody that knows a little bit more about this can examine this farther, because we might can use this against.
We have to be able to pick it up.
Yeah, you see
I
that.
just
You
said.
see that like it had a pin, like some kind of pin with a bolt, and the bolt's been like shorn across and broken. But the actual collar is, if you find a new bolt, it's basically working. It's like popped the bolt basically.
But do I feel like magical? Like at all?
You could roll an Arcana check. You were just to see if it's broken.
Oh.
obviously,
Yeah,
so-
Arcana 18.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it does seem to have a load of like engravings on the side of it, and you assume that there must be some reason for those, and they did say that they were controlling the snake somehow, so maybe it's some kind of controlling mechanism.
I
Did the
think
huge snake dissolve already? Did you say
No, it's massive. It's like lying mostly sliced in its face sliced off, just like around on the ground. It must be like 60, 70 feet long. It's gigantic.
I wanna check
can I
for
look at the small
scales.
snake?
Yeah, I'm looking at the big boy
What are you
scales.
trying to look for? How are you doing it? Are you looking for like trying to take its skin off? Are you looking to see if it's eaten anything? Like,
Yeah, I'm like looking inside of its guts, like with a knife.
oh, so you've like sliced it open
Yeah,
and looking
like-
inside. Okay.
10 times.
I was saying that I just asked for Cargill. I'm going to ask Cargill to get his people to
Yes.
come here and help us
Yeah.
with a wagon to take it to our ship.
Come back for sure. Yes.
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 Yeah, I mean, so it weighs the weight of like a fat person.
Ow.
So it's carryable, but it's really, really cumbersome and heavy. So you could, I mean, you're strong. You could probably carry one of them, but it would take you a bit of time, a bit more time than normal.
Wagon.
You find inside the snake's gut like a lizard's man hand, and it's clutching like a small gem, like a red gem. It's about like 30 gold gem, so just put 30 gold.
Oh, just
So
Just
was
gem.
this place all filled up with water?
No,
like
so
is this area right here filled up with water?
Who'd that call?
No. Just what I said.
There you
Correct.
go.
This, and this.
No, so they're like sticking out of the water. So there's like it's like ruins that are like pushing out from the water and like half sunk in the ground and stuff. They look ancient, but
We should definitely come back here. And I go and I pull some trees and twigs and stuff to make logs and put it on that platform. I'm like, are y'all ready to go? Once we're ready to go, I'm going to light this, so at least leaves a smoke trail in the sky for us to easily find it back in the woods.
Just found me. I'm ready.
I'd like to investigate this top of the platform.
okay.
Yeah, and I'll investigate the scales of the
You see what
snake.
You see that
Seven
one tree?
trees.
I'm gonna investigate over here.
Ouch.
Yeah, go ahead and roll. So
17.
yeah, I mean it just looks super ancient. There's some nice mosses and things that you were able to scrape off that you could think maybe could make into some kind of like healing pomace, but it would be a sort of thing over time. So you scrape a good like small like leather sack filled with like this like interesting like dark moss.
I'd like to also I take some of the old wild berries from my bag and I make a small shrine and light it too on top there.
Cool. So you make a little shrine to the Wild Mother.
Yes.
You notice that the moss starts to like grow a lot greener and purer around that little area. Sorry, what were other people doing?
No, I was checking the scales on this big snaky.
It has scales. What are you
Scales.
checking?
Like seeing if I can get some. I guess.
Okay, so you're gonna try and roll.
I'm trying
roll
to take
a,
some scales from it.
Yes.
Okay.
roll a survival check.
Oh
You
god.
told me you just looking at the scales.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I didn't get it.
Yeah, so you're trying to like cut some scales off, and you're just like, I just don't know how to do this. It's like you're kind of just slicing them too much, and like you like pry a couple of broken scales off in your hand.
Yay.
Y'all are ready to go?
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's go to the city.
And so I guess we're looking for the grooves. Do we still see grooves in the ground, or did it stop here?
Roll a perception check or a survival.
The tracks.
I mean,
13.
I could
You
drag
can't
one of
really
the
see any
collars.
more grooves anywhere other than where you are, but you don't know.
Wait,
So were we basically following the snake, serpent here?
I think so. It would only make
So
sense.
the serpent is what probably hit the ship.
It is big enough to do so. I guess our best bet is to go to the city now.
Yes.
Okay, so you.
Karga?
I'll lead the way. And he like starts walking direction towards the city, and you trudge. It takes you a good like 3 hours of walking through this horrible swamp to get back towards where the city is. And it's sort of coming into the. Sorry, Rick. What did you want to do?
Before we left, can I try to skin the snake?
No.
you could have picked
You roll a quick medicine check.
without carrying me. You could have picked those things up on each shoulder.
10.
Yes, go ahead and start skinning it.
I just want to skin enough to make like a
I thought so. This is my tiny
like a
ass.
skirt.
Skirt side.
Enough.
You start doing it, and you think it's probably going to take you about 30 minutes or so to skin it.
In the meantime, if it's gonna take him 30 minutes, I'm gonna take.
Nah,
I think you decided not to.
Nah.
Oh no! Oh wait, never mind.
Yeah.
we need
To the city then.
I'm tired.
Okay, so you start trudging your way towards the city. Yeah, it takes you about 3 hours. It's coming into like pretty late evening, like 8-9 p.m. It's getting dark as you get towards the city, and you do see that as you get to the city. Well, it's a city. It's like an orc city. It's more like Ogromar, you know, like it's like some. You notice that there's some fires burning at the top. There's orcs putting some other bodies onto a pyre outside. And there does seem to be a couple of guards at the front. Like, it does seem like the orcs have gained some kind of control back over the city itself, and they're just sort of reorganizing things. What do you do? Yeah, there's 2 guards at the front.
Yep.
That are there, and they obviously notice Kargal as they're walking up, and they like pull their axes too, and
Are
they
you
say,
still looking like an orc?
No, I took that off once we got in the battle. Should I have
you didn't
done
talk
that?
about it.
Oh,
Yeah.
then I guess I am still
Because
an
it
orc.
doesn't go away until you take the head off. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you are still looking like an orc.
Just an orc.
Small lady orc.
Small, tiny orc woman.
So yeah, they're there, and Cargo walks through, and as Cargo starts to walk through, the 2 guards put their axes in front of you guys and don't let you in, and they say, "I'm sorry, you will have to wait here. No non-orcs."
So does that mean I can just walk in?
Wait, what about the bandana
Yeah.
that we got?
Yeah.
They still won't let you in
Yeah.
the city.
Can I get in?
Cargo says, "Wait, I will get my father," and he walks in. They will let you through.
Oh, okay.
You just keep walking through.
In a way, I back up from the guards. In a way, guys. I don't feel bad for using those.
And I'm right there between you. We need to give it to them. We'll just say we're hoping to see
Yeah,
which we are.
they just finished probably a battle, so I think we should help. And then,
No, I
of
didn't say
course,
don't. I didn't say
Why
wait.
did, why did we just let Fantasia walk into the
You're in the old city.
Oh my god! Hey, Kai's like, I wasn't thinking about this. We all tired, and then she just.
I'm not saving her this time.
That is true.
If that hat falls off, will they try to give her an ass smack or something? I don't know what to say because I
I'm
don't know
not
what
saying-
the words do.
I'm not.
When Cargal's with her, it's
She'll
like-
just be dead.
Yeah, Cargal's walking ahead of you into the city. Like, it's not a huge city, but it's like going to take you a few minutes. What are you going to do?
I'm following Cargal.
Okay, so you're following along the
I'm
line.
not dying in here.
You sure you don't want to try?
Okay, so yeah, Cargal gets to his father's tent and goes inside briefly and comes out, and his father's following along behind him. And they're talking a bit about, like, so a larger snake, even we only saw the 2. This is interesting. 2 collars, where did the larger one come from? And Cargal's, telling his father he thinks the larger one may have been like the parent and was coming to get his children or something like that, and didn't seem like the lizard men had gotten these serpents their own free will. And yeah, as as you're waiting, you see them just conferring, and the chieftain and Kyle walking back towards the gate entrance. Are you still just following along, Fantasia?
Yeah, I could also, ask some information about. Well, no, because we found out they just wanted to supply. So yeah, I'll just follow.
Sir.
Okay, so yeah, they come up. He says, my son says you have done us a great service this day.
I had
It sounds like the battle was glorious.
get him a head bound.
Yes.
It's a great fight. I hope he told you about the sentence.
Yes, he did. Sounds like a fantastic battle. I would love to have seen it, to have been there myself.
Yes.
We would have loved that
However, during our travels here, we have brought potions for all of the people here who may need help after defending the
Thank
city.
you so much. That is so generous.
We have,
Roll a quick deception
Oh
check.
my god.
That's why I'm not gonna just tell the truth.
With,
I was about to do it, yeah.
no, just a straight deception check.
14.
14.
Oh my god.
Says, and you start like putting like the potions out. He's like, his eyes like are wide. He's like, this is too generous. Please allow us to at least pay you for these potions.
Oh no, it's okay. You have nothing to worry.
It's a gift from Golana.
It will be a gift actually for me giving you the thrill of battle against those giant snakes.
You do
I mean,
have
Oh my
the
god.
colors. I would like for the colors to be brought to our shield.
My son tells me, yes, we know the area in the swamp you speak. I will send 2 scouts in the morning, or they will be at your ship by midday. Now, there is the matter of your payment. I believe that I allowed you to take something from our salvage storage. A few of my assistants here, my daughter and wife, have brought with them a few of the more choice items. You may choose one, and we are throwing in around 2,000 golds worth of gems for our thanks from you and glorious coming of age battle for my son who has survived this. I believe he was near death and fought off one of these creatures all by himself. Cargo, like,
I mean,
Yeah,
We got the baby ones out there with swift haste.
With the
Cargo's like,
Indeed, near death. Mm-hmm.
okay, so the maidens walk. Well, not maid.
I had them 4. I had them 3 of my potions.
Okay, so you're giving over 23
I gave over 23.
potions plus
My 3.
3. Okay, so you.
One
What
is
have you got
sweet.
left?
I only have
1,
1
2.
left for me.
No, I don't have any.
Okay.
I
Okay,
gave
so
out the
okay,
radio.
cool.
I kept 1.
So he has some though. If he didn't.
yeah,
take
I have my 3 still. I'll
Okay, so
for
he
my
says-
fellow
No,
orcs.
you
I'll
don't
get
have to do
it.
anything.
The chieftain says, now, our seer died recently, and a new one has not yet awakened. We are not entirely sure what these do, but you may look over them, and maybe one of your magic users could discern something more. And so they showcase some items. One is a large single-handed sword. It is long, like very very long. So it's a one-hander, and at the end of it has almost like 2. The end of it. Wait, I'll just show you without showing you the. Looks like this. Okay. Then there is a ring that is bronze, and it seems to have like intricate patterns of ivy with green gems for the leaves all the way around it. There is one that looks like a large silver shield with beautiful gems inlaid around it. There's one ring, so it's not a shield; it's a ring that looks like a shield. There is a ring as well that has 2 large ram's heads on it, facing in either direction. there is another ring that goes around 2 fingers that looks almost like a wound up scroll with it's gold and it has like intricate writing on it. And then there is a full like set of leather armor with gems inlaid into the gloves and into the boots and all the way down the legs of the armor.
Can we get one of these? Or
You may choose one
And
of
ironically,
these items.
So how
our
many items?
non-magic user
So
knows the
6
most
total
Yeah.
items.
about magic.
So a sword, 3 rings,
A
armor.
sword, a ring with like ivy and green, a ring with 2 ram's heads, a ring that looks
Shield.
like a shield, a ring that looks like a scroll, like 2 round up scrolls,
And
and a large set of leather armor that is very intricately inlaid with gems and jewels.
That shield and that scroll
Right.
looks nice.
But I mean, you said magic.
You can try and discern 1 or 2 of them if
So,
you would like. It would be
I-
Arcana checks to see if you have maybe seen
Highest
something.
knows the
uh,
most
their
about
armor.
that.
Alright, I'm gonna do all kind of shit.
I'll go
Okay,
do
so
an
you
arcana
lift
check.
up and inspect the leather.
I think we're all trying to check something, so just
Yeah.
one at a time we'll go.
Okay, go
You're
ahead.
looking at that one.
Natural 21.
You've got a nat 20.
Natural
Natural
21.
Unnatural.
Unnatural 21. I meant to say unnatural.
Okay, so are you proficient in Arcana? Not really.
No,
right?
I'm not.
Okay, so you
you
do feel like this is a very high quality piece of armor, but it doesn't seem to really resonate with you as such. The gems that are inlaid in it seem to like change colors as you lift up the iron. It starts to sort of magically attune to your aura, and they're switching between all different colors as you're looking at it. But that's really about what you can gain from it.
I'm looking at the ring with the scroll.
Okay, go roll an Arcana check.
New. 5.
It's a nice gold ring, but when you put it on your fingers, like it doesn't seem to fit properly. It's weird because you're not sure if it's like these 2 or these 2 or these 2 or like that. You don't know. It seems a bit uncomfortable, but it does kind of look like a spell scroll or something like that.
I'll investigate. I'll do the one with the rams on it.
Okay. You are proficient in
Oh
Arcana.
god damn it! Hell
Oh
no.
damn it!
I'm proficient in it, but a 4.
It's super cool. You think if you punch them with it, those rams would really hurt because they're wobbly.
I checked the one with the shield on there.
Okay.
12.
Be proficient in Arcana.
Nope.
So
It looks cool. It
leaves
would
us
really protect that
one.
bit of your finger with its small shield.
And Fantasia.
Yep, so that leaves us
Which one?
the sword, isn't it?
So there's
you don't
a-
have to be the
There's a ring with like ivy on it, and there is a sword with 2. The end of it is
Or one
2
of the ones we
prongs.
looked at.
All right, so I'll look at the sword. Why not? Jesus Christ!
Boy,
It's capable of rolling.
don't
on the
take it.
table.
No,
Don't
I
take
ain't taking
You
it.
have the thing right
It
It's
dropped
the build
before
up.
I rolled
There's a
it.
problem with the build up, not the roll part.
All right, so yeah, that's a 21.
21. So you're looking at the sword.
Yes.
It's super well crafted, and there seems to be some kind of like groove running down the center of it. That maybe some like liquid or something could run down.
Very cool. And
I do not know what these do, but one of
1,
these
2, 3,
rings.
4, 5.
So
Uh,
we're missing the bronze ring with ivory ring. Nobody's missing it.
How about we all roll a d6? How about we all play rock, paper, scissors, and whatever we have in our hand, that's what we get. So
Wait, we only get one.
You
We
only
get to
get
choose.
one.
I know I'm saying
He's
roll.
saying one person gets to choose.
Basically, roll
Whoever
1
gets the
through
highest
6.
roll,
whoever gets the highest
No,
game.
no, roll 1 through 6 and see which number comes up the most. So everybody roll a dice.
What?
Whichever one. If it's 6, 2 6s, then
Or
I
how
said
about
we just
this?
roll a 1d20 and whoever
I
has
have
the
a
highest gets
playing
to choose.
card set. I have a playing card set. We can just.
Alright.
Well, I don't want to
Everybody
take
just
that.
roll a 1d20.
No,
and
wait, he's
whoever-
got a playing card set. How would you like to role play it?
Okay. I'll take out a 1, a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a 5. Shuffle them up, and then we all drop.
So roll a d20.
yeah, but
That
he's
is
in
the
character.
thing we're
Yeah.
supposed to do.
So then I hold out the 5 cards, and everyone picks
So
up.
do you want to rig this in any way as you
No.
are proficient in cards?
No, I'm not
Okay,
proficient.
so,
in
yeah,
sleight of
so
hand.
now roll a d20. Everyone, whoever gets the highest gets to. You can role play it out.
Oh yes, me with the 2. You with the 2.
Oh god!
Wow. This guy rolls a nat 20.
Well, Well,
I
that's
fuck
that.
I did a 14.
So, on
Okay,
you,
so
Fantasia.
Fantasia,
We're like, oh!
you all pull out cards, and this orc pulls
It's
out.
the lowest number.
And the chieftain says, is she with you?
I thought she was with y'all.
Oh, yeah, she's.
Why is she taking a card? You have an orc in your group?
So,
Yeah, Korgal. He's also in our group.
Which clan are you from?
I told you. No.
I'm not from here. I'm actually from the mainland of Galana.
Well, that Galana is an island.
Cool.
But okay. There's no reason to believe otherwise. What do you choose?
Oh my god.
So there's the sword with the prongs. There's the
Beheaded.
ring with
That's a orc.
there's the ring with the interlaced ivy. There's the ring with two ram's heads. There's a ring that looks like a shield. There's a ring that looks like a scroll, and there's a full set of like leather armor with gems that are multicolored.
You really put this up there.
No,
Unfortunately.
She can pass. She can pass.
So, you know,
She's not going to do that.
I feel like. My. You know,
I wish I could have done
as-
this. That would have been really funny. But.
To be kind, to apologize for all my mistakes I have done, I will choose the shield-looking ring for my friend Tinton. As it seems like that is what he would want.
Okay, so you pick the shield ring.
Indeed.
You are apologizing to Tinton? Not Chet?
I mean, I
Oh,
apologize
don't
for
worry.
saving his life.
Don't worry.
Thank you.
And he says, now one more, and he's like, and a couple of the guards bring like a big chest, and they open up, and it's just filled with gems, like
And
beautiful
Kai knows
gems.
what to do.
He rage loses gems. He uses his final rage, and he says, "If I may now have the bandanas back, please." Takes the bandanas if you give them. We
Are you
have.
safe?
Yes, we will allow you to come and go from this island as you please, as long as you mention myself or my son's name. However, it will take many good deeds to allow you access to our city. I hope that you understand.
Please understand.
Wasn't there a fight to even, get to that point?
I believe defeating 2 giant serpents is ample enough for now, but if you would like to fight me at another time, I would be more than happy.
Or, I mean, if you wish to do battle with the chief now, I would greatly
I'm
love
going
it
to
to
do it
watch
now.
us.
There's definitely things that need to happen. But just, yeah, I know.
I would love if you were to
For
battle.
the Proteus God to have this opportunity to challenge and be a part of your island culture.
Well, the Proteus God may do some good deeds for us, and they can join. You 5 have access, and only you 5.
Yes, sir. I have another question. I know a lot of turmoil will be going on so far, but I do need some. I need some.
Yeah, you literally. If you
I
tried to
have
go
no
as Fantasia, they would not let you in.
I do need some supplies, if possible. I know all this has happened already.
What
so
are you looking for?
I'm looking for some clay pipes, an oven, and some sugar, cane sugar.
That is a very strange request, but no problem. That is maybe 2 golds worth. I will have some brought to your ship.
Okay, I'll give you 4 gold.
No, we do not
What
need
a
money.
kind sir. He's so generous.
Yeah, so you
such a good
guys,
man.
do you have anything else to ask the chieftain?
What do you think of tieflings? Random question.
Oh, disgusting creatures. Hey,
Oh God, I can't. They're fucking awful. I killed a few before I got
Apparently.
here.
You're not very intelligent.
Now that is racist. As much as I hate them, I wouldn't say such things.
They're also useless in battle.
I would say a druid should probably drown. In fact, I think a druid and a ganassi I think they both want to do battle because they just feel like it. Because our captain is very strong.
Yeah, well, I also like to battle because I feel like it.
I turned to him. I said, "Now you see why he's from the main island."
The orc women on our island, they may fight and die just like the men. This pathetic orc woman seems weak.
Well,
That's right.
Now, if you adventurers are interested in some of our findings, a number of my scouts have returned, and they have mentioned that on some of our hunting trips out near the Flaming Reef, we have encountered a higher number of pirates of late. One interesting thing that they mentioned, and this is why I mentioned it to you, is that something about the head of the pirates, Jormand or something, he is acting strangely. These pirates are leaving the island and escaping due to his strange actions and replacing some of his trusted guards with strange beings that are human but have some sort of leathery skin. If you would like to investigate, there are still many pirates around this Flaming Reef, and I know that the islands would appreciate your good deeds if you can look into ridding us of these horrible, horrible people.
Which island?
It is the Flaming Reef. It is not an island. It is you know the Flaming Reef is a huge, long reef. It's where that steam was that you were at when you were looking for the serpent. It's near to that area. There's a huge, long reef that underneath is a load of lava vents, so it makes the water all boil around and it just steams up, and ships don't tend to sail through it. Because it's really dangerous. It's really close to the reef is really hard to go through because there's all the steam and smoke around, and the rocks are really close to the surface, so mostly ships just avoid it. But
there's like an island or something around there?
No one knows. No one really ventures around. It's where most of the pirates are coming from.
Can I roll? Because I heard about it.
You don't know. I mean, you can roll a history check to see if you've heard any kind of like myths or anything about it.
Negative. 6.
Yeah, your father did talk sometimes about like maybe going on a hunt around there, but you were always too busy to go proactively looking for pirates.
So pirates on the Flaming with Jormand.
Yes, these pirates we found, not a lot of meat on their bones. They did not taste good, but they were very scrawny, seemed malnourished almost. They seem to be very... not the usual fat and disgusting killers that pirates are. They seemed fearful and trying to leave.
Okay. That's good to know. I appreciate the information. We might need to look into that later.
Wonder if it's related to the skinned body we found.
Maybe.
Now, if you may, I will head back and tend to my tribe. These potions will go a long way into healing our warriors. Thank you.
Is the threat completely aware?
We do not know, but we feel prepared enough now and ready. Before they took us by surprise with these monsters. Now we know the monsters are gone. The lizard folk are little interest to us orcs.
Well, the ship is crashed on the shore on the east coast. So you might want someone.
This ship was damaged?
Their ship was from the serpents that we probably caused.
Fantastic.
What I will also say is if any of your townsfolk or guards going back to the docks where we originally met you, because if so, we can help as guards on the way back.
No, we have already packed up the camp. Everyone is in the city for now. Your ship is still safe, and there are 2 guards covering your ship as well as your crew by the beach which you landed.
I do have something else I want to say. The mines. You say some of them were in deep sea. That big ass lizard that we fought, or worm, could have or can break through that, can't they?
We have actually already checked much of the mines. They seem to be untouched. These lizard folk seem of little interest. Much of our storage has been removed. In fact, a number of our healing implements and many bandages have been removed. We will check the ship to see if this has happened. We can assume that they were trying to retrieve stock for the army.
Yes, understood. Alright, well, we cannot go into your city, so what is the best way to make it back to our ship?
The ship is in the ship isn't in the city. The ship is in
Yeah, I know. We have to go south,
You would
like
just
a couple hours, right?
Yeah, you'd just be walking south. But he says if you would like, I can send an escort. The road is fairly safe, but let me send 2 guards with you. And he provides 2 guards to escort you back to your ship.
And I looked at Korgal and said, I guess this is where we part ways, bro?
He says, yes, I would like to stay with my clan, but I will not forget. And we have a number of priests or magic users which may allow me to connect with you if needed. But my friends, all of you, have served us well this day.
Go out for a handshake.
He does the big, and he gives you a big bear hug.
And I was like, as your captain, I was happy to have you on the ship.
Yes, Captain.
I give him also a big hug. I like
Cool.
nice.
He bear hugs everyone. He gets the highest, and he does
Makes
the
out.
wrist like that, so you can wrist match.
Wrist enemy stop.
A true warrior.
Yes, you too.
Farewell and
That
enjoy
sounded
your
honest.
battles in the future. And he turns and walks back in with his father. His father seems to be super impressed with him. He's patting him on the back, standing a bit taller, he's proud of his son for protecting the the city and stuff. And so you guys head back down to the ship. Takes you about an hour. So it's
To
really
travel
late.
on the way while we're all walking, I'll be like, he owes us.
Indeed.
I
He
mean,
will owe us for this.
we got
He took all the glory.
we got a lot.
No, I said the
we
little
got
worms.
a lot of
The-
gems.
cares
The
about
little worm.
gems?
I told him the little
I
worm.
don't think the father paid attention to him saying that.
It's his father. He wants to feel proud of him. It does not matter.
I mean,
We got 2,000 gems worth for it. Too.
Okay, so
3,000. No, it was
on the walk, you get to investigate the 2 rings that you retrieved.
Wait,
So
He said he got it for me.
are you
yeah.
going to give it straight to him without investigating, or
No,
are you
I'll
going to look at it
investigate
first and then give it to him?
Yeah.
So the one out of the bag was the one on the left. I think it's
Animal
no,
influence.
is that one, yeah.
Alright.
And the one that you got from the guy was the orc was the one on the right.
Could just hand it to him.
Yeah, 'cause I thought I grabbed it when he said.
So she's just looking at these 2 rings.
Ooh. Ah.
Cause my guys want to hand it to one of y'all.
Alright. I got it.
It's probably not. Yeah, it's probably better for someone else.
Yeah, it would be.
My guy know it's not for him.
Yeah, especially after looking at it. Now that I thought about it, 10 times seems to be the toughest one of us all, so maybe not for him.
I thought it's you.
Captain, my captain. Fucking,
What is this?
it's makes you feel a bit tougher,
This one
and
that
you seem to be
gave me
the
a long time ago. You told me to
least
pick-
tough
I'm
of us
gonna
all,
pick
so.
me.
Coming from the one who does nothing.
I literally am not part of your
Poison.
crew.
Poison.
I'm a noble orc, so I have to do nothing for
From
you.
my lantern.
I do have another ring
Did you rob them? If
that
so,
probably you need,
congrats.
or I need, or somebody that's going to be close in battle. Been fighting all these poisonous motherfuckers.
I don't want.
I mean,
What does it do?
this sounds.
Resistance from poison.
Hey, are y'all putting y'all magical stuff on your equipment?
Yeah.
Yes,
And
I am.
equipping it? Okay.
Yeah.
Just so y'all know, y'all can only have 3.
Yep.
Indeed.
Well, 3 attunable ones.
Yes.
It says they're attuned. But you can have other magical items.
Yes.
Yeah.
But generally, the powerful ones are attuned.
Is this a tune?
I'd assume so. It's pretty fucking powerful.
Yep.
Huh.
Ring of Protection is super good.
Yeah, I know. Thank you,
AC.
10 times for these.
I mean,
+1 AC.
Yeah.
Oh, the ring of protection?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's beastly. It's really good for casters who can't wear armor.
It's really. I mean, it could work for me, but it also.
That's funny. We got two of those.
So.
We got
Oh no! If you want to check it
because it
out,
was one that you had got earlier in the story.
but it's a very druid
Which
type
one?
thing.
The ring.
Oh, yeah.
If you can't do it.
Yeah.
This way, I have apologized to both of them as well.
What?
Shut up.
Oh,
What is it?
it's a
Fantasia.
ring of animal.
Who's
And
Fantasia?
what would
I'm a
Fantasia-
noble orc.
What would Chimney tell people it does? How would how would he explain it?
Allows you to talk with animals
Cool.
and befriend animals and scare some away.
Cool.
It's
so,
like command animals. Is probably the best way to explain it.
huh? So you're gonna tell your dog its name finally?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, you don't wish
could,
for it?
You could potentially give it to
You
Kai
know
so
what?
he can command his dog.
Would you like to talk with your blue dog, Kai?
I have my dog.
Yes.
Yes,
Did you
no.
give it what the ring?
Here you are.
Huh?
You get the ring.
I
right?
gave it.
Caius wishes to
I don't
speak
need
to
it.
his blink dog.
So anybody want to be
Yeah, I can talk to
immune to
animals.
poison?
That's cool.
So
I mean,
one of you
it's
are
not,
front.
it's not immune to poison, it's resistant.
Resistant
So you
to
take half
poison.
damage from poison.
I mean, I can hold on to it for the time being.
Someone who goes down so often might be a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you arrive back at your ship and you board the ship.
You don't need to
Is there anything you guys want to do before you bed down for the evening? I assume you're sleeping on the ship.
Play.
Yeah, we are sleeping on our ship.
Okay, so you get onto the ship, and as you get up even onto the ship, the puppy's like,
Yes,
like it's like smashing into you basically, and like
Yes.
Boom, boom.
In that case, I will
Yeah.
finally take this hat off.
They're gonna bring the stuff so we can make some quality moonshine.
goddamn,
Wait, what?
you move fast.
What's happening now?
You boys have fun out there.
Yeah.
It was a time.
Time.
It
I
was
remember a
fun.
time.
Really?
No, I don't
See,
remember.
time. What do you mean? You're getting venom? I thought we were just getting the colors.
Also, what's
We're
this
getting
about?
colors and we're getting an oven for me and Boom Boom.
Okay, what's this about
I don't.
moonshine?
I didn't know what happened.
Yeah, what's that about?
After I take a rest.
It was like, never you mind. We'll find out soon enough.
I mean, if it's a get rich kind of thing, I'm on in. Is what I'm
Fantasia.
saying. What's up?
Can I
He
please
didn't
have?
talk enough.
Can I please have that hat?
I like that.
My guy went to go lay down.
Here's the hat of Captain. She
Captain.
gives a hat
Thank
to
you.
Azul.
Very much.
Cool. So yeah, as you guys bed down for the night, the sun is set. It is dark. There is a cool calm across the island, and you can hear a couple of seagulls in the distance. You look out on the ship. It is nice and quiet. The crew are preparing and readying the ship. Old Ned is fishing off the side, and the light fades out, and we fade into what you will do next episode.
Hey.
GG's.
GG's.
Why are you playing music and then somebody died?
Because they did.
Do you want to know what the other options were?
No.